when these other guys get here. They'll jump on in, I'm sure. Okay, so recap of last session. You guys have traveled east from Tribor, heading towards the Silver Marches, that area in northeastern Faerun where dwarves are abundant, as well as many hazards as can find you on the roads. So you guys headed east from Tribor, stopped by Yata, and you've done a little bit of questing there. You learned about this secret society known as the Kraken Society, and some sort of like political agenda in Yata was happening, and you guys saved a noble from the river. You've made your way over now to Calling Horns. Calling Horns is little more than just a wayside inn. It's become a little bit popular in the recent years, with many tents and makeshift homes springing up around Calling Horns, but trade has been bad because there has been a lot of giant activity in the region, particularly in this region, fire giants. Upon staying at Calling Horns, you guys... Oh, 1 second, what's going on with my mouse here? My mouse is like just backing out. Okay, I couldn't click on nothing. You guys made friends with the proprietor, Tamal and Zor, a Tetheran female human, and he told you that everything is safe in Calling Horns, there's no problem, but you guys soon discovered that wasn't the case. She beckoned you stay a couple of nights in the tavern, and on your first night there, trolls ripped down the back of the stable house and tried to get to your horses to eat them. And she admitted that, in fact, she wanted you guys to stay because these troll attacks have been quite common of late. And she's looking for adventurers to basically protect Calling Horns. She said something must have been sort of aggravating the trolls, because I mean it's common that trolls will every now and again stumble into one of these villages on the precipice of the Evermoors, like Nesme, Auburn's Shield, the Myvan Hall, Olliston's Hold, Calling Horns. All of these villages are on the forefront of the Evermoors. Occasionally a troll or an orc or something stumble on into the town, but they have defenses so they can deal with the threats quite easily. However, these troll attacks have been very, very common. She believes something is disturbing them. She asks that if you will travel to the Evermoors and find out what is frightening the trolls, or what is, causing them to attack so frequently. She offered to write you guys a letter of recommendation, saying that she is quite a prominent member of society here in the Silver Marches in this area, and you could show it to a powerful friend of hers in Everlund, or even she has some contacts with the Hand of Yartar Thieves Guild, so she offered to write you this letter of recommendation. You guys agreed, and you started to travel towards Evermoors on horseback. Camped the first night, and you'd met a brave knight who told you that he's a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, and he has slain a couple of giants in this region, Sir Jordeth Tavelson, and he basically commanded you all to join him to head back into the Evermoors to get revenge on this fire giant that killed his squire. He told you that he felled a couple of them himself. Sir Jordeth Tavelson. We ended the session with you guys camping here and waking up the next morning to get ready to head into the Evermoors. Now, as you do step out to the precipice of the Evermoors, there is a thick fog that lingers, rolling above the ground, a couple of feet past your knees. But then it's just a thick expanse of fog that makes its way into the Evermoors. Sir Jordeath, he also, is quite appreciative that you guys allowed him to camp with you. He was sort of battered and beaten when you guys had found him, and he's recovered now. He sort of tells you about the Evermoors. This fog, it's not uncommon. This area is full of cold bogs, rocky ridges, and small peaks. It's dangerous terrain. We're most likely going to come across some castle ruins or a crumbled tower or two. But pay no heed to them. They're nothing more than remnants of a bygone realm. There are many prospectors that dare travel into the Evermoors, but not a single kingdom, civilization, not even the Order of the Gauntlet, has been able to tame the wild expanses of the Evermoors, the denizens that live within. We'll most likely find ogres, orcs, ettins, hill giants, definitely trolls. But don't worry, we band together. We stand united. We will slay anything that tries to stop us on our path. And as you look out through the fog, you notice a swirling lot of cloud about a mile overhead. And through the breaks of the cloud cover, you start to see these round towers topped with blue caps. A stone structure floating amidst the cloud.
Sir Jordeath, have you ever seen a cloud castle like that?
This was not here yesterday.
No, it was not.
Maybe it flew here.
Of course it did. What could bring this cloud castle to this land? Regardless, that is not our enemy. We will avoid it. We'll move through into the mire. There we will track and hunt by a giant that killed my squire. The horses, they will not fare well. My horse, however, it is trained for all terrain. I would beckon you, do not take your horses into the mire, lest their poor hooves give way and fall into the bog.
Oh, alright. I wouldn't want our new horses to break legs.
It's a pretty bright morning. Apart from the fog, it's quite chilly, and there's like a little bit of light drizzle. And just looking out to the Evermoors, your view is obscured by more than just a few hundred feet because of the fog. You just see this twist of mangroves, bog, pools of water, and sickly looking trees. So what do you guys do with your horses?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to just leave them here, because the trolls will just come and get them more than likely.
Spend like the morning turning him into jerky.
Do not worry. If any trolls come between us and the horses, we'll cut them down. They won't have a chance to reach the horses. We stand between them.
let's just hobble them here with a little room to graze, but so they can't go too far.
That Tressum. It's an intelligence beast. Perhaps we leave it with the horses. If it spots trouble, it sends help for us. What about that giant snake? It could be a guardian for the horses too.
I pull out a giant elk and tell it to protect the horses.
The snake is my guardian. She goes with me.
Oh, you were talking about Ka. When you said giant snake, Oh, no.
I thought we were about to get attacked.
Very well then. The Tresson and the elk. And Zindra sort of looks over. She sort of stands there just waiting for you guys to address her. Well, I can certainly tame all these horses and keep them out of harm's way. I know a thing or two about animals. If there is trouble approaching, Zella here will warn me, and I'll round up the horses and we'll do away. Then I'll send an animal messenger to contact you all, if we've moved location. And this elk, well, I know it's just a magical spell, so if it needs to be sacrificed, I understand.
Well, it seems like the
There's
best
trouble.
idea.
If there's trouble, just have the elk bark like a dog twice. Very loudly.
Well, I don't think it can bark, but maybe it could do a bit of a... She does her best elk impression.
I think you've missed your calling.
Very well, it's decided. The elf and the Tressum and the elk will protect the horses. My war horse and I will take lead. And so you guys head into the Evermoors. You travel at a slow pace for the better part of a day. Cut your way through some paths. There are deceptively deep, brackish pools of water. But there are rough trails rising up out of the swamp. During the same day, later in the afternoon, you guys stumble upon a grisly sight. Battlefield. There are a few vultures circling overhead, and you see giant waterlogged bodies sort of floating up and down in the swamp water. Frost giants. Massive creatures. It's hard to tell of their height, but you'd guesstimate it about 15 feet tall. Their armor, made from leather, swollen, absorbing the surrounding swamp water. And there is also a couple of dozen humans. They wear furs, bone effigy necklaces, jewelry. Jordeth dismounts from his warhorse. He inspects the bodies. There's a couple of wolves, scavengers, chewing at the corpses. Wolves, they run off as you guys approach. And there's only a little area to walk here. It's like a pathway rising up out of the mire, 5 or 10 feet wide. The wolves just skirt on the dry land and they run off. The vultures, they continue to circle overhead. Your death inspects the bodies. Frost giants? In the Evermoors? Unheard of. Perhaps these Uthgard barbarians lured them here. Seems like they killed each other, though. No loss to Faerun, that's for sure.
Well, I do not know what finding frost giants tells us about finding this fire giant of yours, though.
Can we like try to figure out if there's maybe another
Another what? Sorry.
just if he's accurate in thinking they killed each other? Does it look like
You can make a perception check to see if anyone's still alive, or you can examine the bodies and make a medicine check and discern
try
how
to
creatures died.
I'll go look at this.
All right, Lily goes and inspects the body of this frost giant. He's face down in the swamp water, and leather armor sort of keeps him afloat, but sort of hunched over. And you examine the wounds, Lily, and you find multiple slashing wounds, most likely from the axes of these barbarians, as well as some sort of slashes to their flesh. You're not really sure what the slashes are from. They're not blade wounds, though.
Would investigation help me with figuring out what the slashes are?
That's what the medicine check's for. You're not sure.
Can we tell? Can we tell how long ago this happened?
Yeah, that's a medicine check as well. So Lily, you find that this battle here, it's happened within the last week,
Yeah, fresh.
and Thomas, you look around to see if anyone's breathing. No, you don't see any signs of life here. The stench of death and rot starting to mingle in. The smell of the swamp water and quite grotesque. There are battle axes, great axes, laying near most of these corpses. Some of the frost giant's gigantic weapons are also sticking up out of the mire, including some malotoloks, some axes, some large nets, harpoons, ballistae that they're using as crossbows.
He got anything left in his pockets?
I want to see if it's a long shot. But I want to see if they've got any paperwork or anything that might give.
All right, the giants, they don't have pockets per se, but there are these a few giant bags sort of littering the battlefield as well. Some of them are just bobbing up and down in the water, and some of them are still sort of slung over the giants' bodies.
Let's check.
Well, I'll check the bag out.
All right, the giant that's like right near you, Lily, in his bag, you first of all, just yourself, you're not strong enough to actually lift the bag, so you get someone to help you. You drag this bag up. It's even
Thanks,
made
Lauren.
super heavy because of all the water it's absorbed, and there is just a massive iron bell, like a church bell, without its clapper inside the bag, as well as 5 large, sharp-looking pieces of rock.
I can tell this fellow was wealthy. 5 rocks. You don't see that on too many frost giants.
There's a couple more giants' bags.
Yeah, if Norn doesn't mind, I'll go around with him and check each one.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, you find 3 bags in total that are visible. And the next one that you check, it has 3 rocks in it. And it has a full uprooted berry bush on it, inside of it, in the bag, mixed around with some large rocks.
Huh.
Can I tell what type of bush it is?
It's a mulberry bush. And
Can we tell what those rocks are for?
throwing at people.
For chunking.
It's also that's how the frost giant economy works.
Ah,
They pay for things that way.
Jordath is sort of dismisses searching through their bags. It's a waste of time. They'll carry nothing of value. But there are some weapons here. But Spartan at best. These Uthgard barbarians, they make their axes from stone. Hardly strong enough to cut through a set of chainmail.
Now, my time is worth exceedingly little.
Alright, the final bag, it's like too heavy to lift. Like it would take like maybe 3 or 4 of you, and you find that it's actually just a giant-sized water skin, and it's just about full.
Is it full of water or wine?
It's full of water.
The so the first bag had a bell with no clanger in it.
Yep, it's like a church bell with no clanger.
Big bell.
Quite large.
More cowbell.
You trying to piece together the puzzle that is the salute?
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just thinking out loud. Why would he have a bell with no?
Maybe he thought it was a rock.
It's a cook pot.
Probably a weapon. You cannot expect to think the same as these giants. Frost giants especially. They only care about brute strength and skill. They're hardly artisans. This looks like a good place to camp.
It does?
Yeah, a little corpsey, but
Yeah,
I
right?
guess so.
We can stand them up and make it look like we've got.
All of the
Small army here.
scavengers. They've found anything of value and taken it already, most likely. What's left are just rotting corpses. Even trolls would abscond. I doubt any scavengers are going to come back apart from the few carrion that circle overhead. Make camp here. Head out at first light.
All right. I do have one question for you, though. How did you not come across this on your way back?
I didn't travel this route.
All right.
Leave you me. I would have taken the same route, however. And he sort of looks up at the Cloud Giant Castle. I don't want any unnecessary company. Right, we camp here. We do a rotating watch. Soon as light breaks, we set out. It'll be another day's journey before we get to the site where my squire was killed.
I mean, do you think that the person who killed him is still around?
I've been tracking. But
They always return to the scene of the crime.
well, they're not a person. They're a giant. Hardly worthy of being called a person. And yes, I do believe they are lairing in the Evermoors.
A giant. That sounds like a tall tale.
Ha!
I nod appreciatively at him.
As I said, I slew one myself, and another. You don't believe me? I drew a picture. Ta-da.
That proves everything right there.
Just imagining the difficulty of actually getting that in one go, right? That looks like a single blow there. I feel like it would take a lot of hacks to get that head off.
Who's the guy on the back?
That's my
This
squire.
pinky looking thing.
Dead
It's
squire.
like-
Like he did all the
Squire.
killing.
Just, I tried to make him look heroic in his last moments of life, alright? It's an artist impression.
Looks like he's wielding the Ashbringer.
All right, you guys will take a long rest and wake up the next day, and you trudge out further and deeper into the Evermoors, and you actually come to.
Before we
Yes,
we're
maybe.
we're heading into the marsh, right?
Yeah.
Marshy area.
You're in it already. Been traveling a day
Right.
already.
So, okay. Does it look like there's a lot of water around?
Yes, it's just been like pretty flooded in this area that you've traveled today.
Okay.
But
Thanks.
there are pools of water around you. Some of them are deceptively deep, and they're quite brackish, so you wouldn't want to accidentally step into one, because it could also be piles of silt around as well, also known as quicksand. All right, you guys.
I summon an attack weasel.
Okay, you pull out a weasel today, and you continue on further into the Evermoors, and it actually becomes quite dry now. You move up out of the mire and just into like a tangled mess of mangroves and sort of muddy terrain. And as you guys are moving, the night is sort of putting on a bit of a pace, and up ahead you see some large figures. It's actually raining quite a lot today. There's heavy rain, and it's a bit of a storm is kicking up. During this storm, there's a quite heavy wind, and ranged weapon attacks will have disadvantage. Everything is lightly obscured, and there's quite a lot of fog. Before you guys know it, you move up, sort of meandering between all these sickly looking trees that don't even sport a single leaf on their branches. Some moss and mold of a variety of different colors growing on the ground, and there is quite some rocky terrain here. And before you know it, you find yourselves face to face with three large, bulbous humanoid creatures. 3 hill giants. Two of them are inspecting a large rock, and they're trying to lift it. The rock itself must weigh like a ton, and two of them are trying to heave it up out of the ground, while there is this sort of strange shard of crystal. And there are some ruins around the area as well. You see some ruins of some buildings, mostly sunken into the mire around you. And there's this blue sort of quartz crystal sticking up out of the ground. The hill giant is just like sucking on it. And Sword Jordath, he draws his longsword. Ha! Not fire giants, but close enough. And there's like a heap of wind blowing over you guys. And you guys are absolutely soaked, and all the ground is quite slippery and muddy. And Sword Jordath, he just sort of trots forward on his warhorse. Foul creatures! Still yourselves! And he just initiates combat by just charging into the fray. The hill giants, they have some large sacks strung over their shoulders. And they're not armored at all. These hill giants wear no armor. They literally just have a loincloth covering their waist, and they just each have a giant tree for a weapon, like a felled tree trunk in their hands. So Sword Jordath, he's up first, and these hill giants, they look exactly like this. Sir Jordath, just on his warhorse, he just like gallops on up with his longsword drawn. Ha! And he starts to make his way up the hill, and he rushes the hill giant as examining the corpse, and he just comes in slashing away. Ha! The warhorse fights effectively. Sorry, he draws a great sword, not a long sword. Fights with two hands. Just his boots just fairly firmly sort of positioned into the the stirrup and the saddle. Ah! Alright, he comes in, the hill giant steps back, and he misses the first swing, but he slashes with that second attack, and he just sort of cuts across the hill giant's side. The warhorse, it lets out a whinny, and it just turns around and kicks the hill giant, and fights effectively. He kicks the hill giant. And then Sir Jordeth skirts around on the warhorse and tries to slash at the hill giant's heel to fell it, to drop it to the ground. But the hill giant jumps back and is not knocked to the ground. And
Okay. Gonna mount on top of Ka. And I'm gonna charge in as well. But I cannot get as far. And guess I'm gonna dash. Get over here.
all right, you dash up next to Sir Jordeth, and he admires your zeal. Ha! That's it, brave halfling. We will fight together and fell this giant creature.
Indeed.
Dan.
I'm thinking Toll the Dead. This guy.
Alright, the hill giant lets out a bit of a screech, but then spell has no effect. Alright, this hill giant, engaged with Sir Jordeth, just raises that massive tree branch and wields it like a club, swings back at Sir Jordeth, and whacks him. Sir Jordeth gets hit straight in his side, but his armor absorbs much of the damage, and then he brings down the club on the warhorse, and he just snaps the warhorse's neck. No! And Sir Jordeth actually has to use his reaction to jump onto the ground and not fall prone. The warhorse is just in a bad shape. Not instantly killed.
Oh, okay.
Roderick.
All right. I'm gonna. Let's see. How far can I move? Can move up to there. Then I will. I'll do is drop a sacred flame on that dude. Oh, whoops! Hunter's mark isn't there. Get that from before.
Hill giant, he just hits at the sacred flame with his club, and it's a miss.
Yep. And then I'll prepare that for later.
Alright.
Shillelagh.
Norin.
"30 feet, and along the way, throwing the first javelin at the one over here that's been hurt."
That's a hit. The javelin just sticks into its side. That's out a groan.
And I'll draw and throw a second javelin.
And it's a
Oh, yeah.
crit.
The Javelin Master.
Alright, you stick another javelin straight into the giant's heel. And the giant falls down onto one knee.
Like
Yeah.
how my crit did less than just a normal throw.
The ground actually shudders as well when this giant falls onto the ground like that.
And I don't have a bonus action I want to use as of yet, so it's my turn.
Thomas.
Alright. Let's see these guys burn.
time to turn into a plant?
Please be a plant.
You can also just get ready to put one of those templates over here as well.
And all three, so I'll just drop it there.
You just drop 2 at the same time, one on yourself and one on.
Yeah.
Alright, nothing crazy happens with the Faz-Res when you cast the spell. At the moment, Thomas.
Good one.
Alright, drop a fireball in the middle of the 2 and it puts a small crack in that rock, and even despite the fact that these giants are just soaking wet, the fire just immediately evaporates all that water and turns it into steam. Oops, I almost set the DC to 29 instead of the damage.
That's fine.
I mean, if you want to.
It blows up in both of their faces. And you notice this hill giant, it's a bit of a runt as well. It's like a good 1.5 feet shorter than the other giants, and it got hurt a bit more than the other one from that fireball.
And is any of this difficult terrain where I'm at?
No.
You're gonna dive prone behind this rock.
Okay. Alright, this hill giant sort of pats out its face and looks over at you, Thomas, as you sort of run over there. And it just draws this massive tree branch and it just steps straight over you, Norin. And it just steps like onto the rock and just breaks through the rock, and it dashes up on you, Thomas. And Norin, it provokes from you.
I don't currently have a melee weapon in my hand because I threw it.
Alright. Car's on your turn. Lily.
All right. I'm gonna use Blade Song, and then I think I'm gonna cast Mirror Image.
Alright, shimmering images of Lily and out from around her.
Pictures of Lily.
And I'll stay here. Does my weasel get an attack?
Oh yeah, I forgot about your weasel. I'll is it just a giant weasel?
No, it's not even giant. It's a regular weasel.
Okay. I'll roll it.
I don't even know if it comes with an attack.
I think it can do like a little bit of damage. Take a look. They can do 1 damage. They could distract the giant for an attack.
Yeah, let's
I'll have it go
If it
on
gets-
initiative count 6.
Okay.
I think it does it take your bonus action to command it?
Yes it does. So it would just I told it to defend me. So
Is Blade Song a bonus action?
yeah, no, sorry, let me rephrase. I used my bonus action this round for Blade Song. Much
Yeah.
earlier in the day when I conjured it, I left it with the standing instruction, defend me. Nothing beyond.
Okay. Alright, so it's just been following you around and defending you.
Yes.
I
So
think,
I don't think it would attack me if it doesn't see the hill giant attacking me.
Actually,
wouldn't
it doesn't obey you unless you give it an order. It'll just act
Yeah,
in a fashion appropriate to its nature. So it runs away.
So giving it the order to defend me earlier in the day doesn't do anything?
No. It's written there on the
You
item.
basically have to use your action to make it attack.
Yeah.
Is what it really comes down to.
It says,
It's
in the
like-
absence of such orders, it acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature. It starts to run off, and the hill giant just completely ignores it. The weasel runs 60 feet away. And just sprints. Alright, this hill
Because-
giant, it lets out a roar. And as it stomps onto the ground, you just feel everything shuddering. And it like leaps and it jumps from where it stands and lands on you, Roderick. And it attempts to squash you. But you dodge out of the way.
Dear God.
And the hill giant just lands on its butt, prone. And yeah, you just like narrowly avoid that by about a foot, Roderick.
I've seen what happens before with the hill giant butt slams.
Sir Jordath, he just like gives out a command. Fight with me! And he uses leadership. So everyone within 30 feet of him has a D4 onto attack rolls and saving throws. Basically like a bless. That affects
No, not Euthon.
a number of creatures. Any number of
I
creatures.
feel like in spirit I'm closer.
And then
So that's to our attack rolls.
yep, to attack rolls and saving throws. You're within 30
awesome.
feet, you basically have a bless.
Bless.
And then he sort of looks, my horse, it needs healing! Who can heal here?
Sorry, I can't hear him.
Continue ignoring it.
So I'm not within 30 feet. I don't have to do what you say.
And
Okay. I can heal, Sir Knight. Just walk into the light. The light is good. Cast spirit on top of the horse.
healing spirit.
Yep.
Heal, baby.
Okay. Hill baby comes out and starts spewing up its rainbow everywhere. I got a bit of artwork there for healing spirit.
Yep.
Okay.
That was a bonus action, so as my main action, I'm gonna command Ka to attack the giant.
Okay. It says the spirit looks like a beast of your choice, but it doesn't. It just always looks like this.
Makes a lot of sense.
All right, Ka snaps onto the hill giant's leg, and poison does not seem to affect him, and he just seems mildly annoyed. That snake biting onto him. Urgh.
And I swing with the rapier. D4, just in case. Nope.
It's a miss. You stab into his loincloth.
Ah, disgusting.
Bam.
Gonna move up over to here. And I am going to cast Bane on these guys.
Okay. Alright, this black shroud appears above the hill giant's heads and sort of disturbs them and annoys them.
And I'm gonna come back down. So I moved about 15. I'll come down to here and end my turn.
Alright, this hill giant just sort of messes around with this bane all over its face. Ugh! And then it just it swings its club at Ka.
Oh my god.
21. It whacks Ka for 12 bludgeoning damage. And then it just yells in giant, "Oh, you little gnome!" and makes his second attack at you, Ander. 26. You hit for 19 bludgeoning damage.
Things hit hard.
Ah, shit. Spirit
Knocks
gone.
away the healing spirit. Roderick.
I'm gonna drop a hunter's mark on the dude next to me, just to beat him down, and the quarterstaff beat the crap out of him.
Alright, you have
Gonna 1v1 him?
advantage. He's just falling on the ground. You just bring that quarterstaff up and just whack him in the face. He shakes his head, and then you whack him again. And you knock out some teeth.
That's
Norrin.
Alright, I'm going to draw my sword. And let's over here and help out my buddy Roderick.
Alright, with the hill giant sort of sitting on the ground, his neck is about head height with you. Alright, you slash at him. That is definitely a hit. 27. Oh, 25. Alright, you slash across the hill giant's neck. Arrgh! Blood starts to piss out of the wound down his shoulder.
And I'll put the unwavering mark on him. Swing again. Crit.
Nice.
Crit.
Does the same amount of damage as the first one.
Alright, you just impale his left arm with your longsword. The blade bursts out the back of his arm. And he just lets out a roar that causes birds in the surrounding area to leave their nests.
Very disappointing crit. I don't know. The second roll wasn't bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick right there.
Thomas.
Thomas will stand up. And he'll say, I think let's play this shelter.
Roll on the wild magic surge table.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
There's lots of good things that can happen.
like
It's
5
gonna be a plan again. Oh no.
Yes.
There's a fireball.
Yes.
Got him. It's like all the squishy people.
I had to move.
It was bound to happen eventually.
But at some point,
This is what you get, Don. This is what you get.
Alright, centered on
That's
yourself.
not centered on him. That's not centered on him.
It would
No,
be one.
that's way too high.
I think that's it there.
That's not centered on him. There it is.
Alright, you can choose which of these center, because the template snapped to a corner of a grid, so you can choose which center you want there, Thomas. I'm guessing you want it to be that one,
Decisions.
yeah.
so it doesn't hit Dan and Lily.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, and do you want to use any meta magic on that, like potent spellcasting or anything?
Yeah.
Is there anything that makes your
Careful,
fireball bigger?
Alright, you cast mirror image, and like 4 images come out, and one of them's just like this glowing red version of you, and it just like grabs onto you, Thomas, and smiles, and then just explodes, and the hill giant just holds up his arms. His eyebrows are burnt off, and it catches you well and truly by surprise, Thomas. You take 29 fire damage.
That was unnecessary, Thomas.
Did that destroy my mirror images? No, it doesn't.
Nope, it's not an attack roll.
Um, say, "Ow!" Damn. Um. Yeah.
Alright, this hill giant, he's sort of smoldering. Ah, you make big fire, he says in giant. Ah, me so hungry here. Me going to bite you and grab you. And that's exactly what he tries to do. Roll a d20, Thomas.
Is the tree he was holding on fire?
He's just dropped it onto the ground. But no, objects that you're carrying do not get caught on fire.
Why, do you want him to have a flaming club?
Alright.
Just for aesthetics, I want to picture what the hell's going on.
He tries to grab you and bite you. Yeah, basically the tree is like so waterlogged it doesn't catch on fire. And he grabs onto one of your mirror images and poof, duplicate disappears. Wah! And then he gets angry and then he just tries to stomp on you, Thomas. Roll another d20.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Alright, he hits the real you
yeah.
and crushes you to the ground. Just you get like sort of embedded into the mud. And then he turns around to you, Thomas, and just roars in your face. Sorry, turns around to Than. And he ends his turn there.
I scream back in fear.
Lily.
So Seb, I want to ask a question. If I were to draw a line like this, it would hit both the giants and nobody else?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. I think what I would like to do, come over here like that and do exactly that with a lightning bolt.
Okay. Alright, roll 8d6. This hill giant gets half cover. Alright, you send a lightning bolt straight up towards these hill giants. Slightly slanted, like this, basically.
Nice.
That's
And we
And
can zap the horse back to health.
Yeah. CPR?
fuck that.
Clear.
Alright, you send a
Anything
lightning
else,
bolt just streaking down at these hill giants. The closer one, it is direct hit. And it just rips a hole straight through him. Slams to the ground. Mud just sprays up in the air. The other
No one steps on my friend Tom twice.
And what's your DC, Lily?
It's 15, but doesn't he have a minus to his...
Yep, he gets a minus 1d4. Alright, he fails. Actually, well, with half cover, that gives him +2, and then it turns it into a 15. So he still succeeds, but he's still sort of hit across the shoulder and sort of catches a glimpse at you, Lily. But he seems quite predisposed with Ander and Sir Jordath.
You're next. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to try to help Thomas next turn, so I'll stay here.
Alright, your weasel is just like, yes! And just sprints another 60 feet away. It starts to make a new home for itself. Alright, this hill giant stands up, heaving himself up with his tree branch. He just roars, and he brings down his club on Roderick.
I think you mean to say he tries to bring his club down on Roderick.
It slams into the ground and more mud and water just explode upwards. And then he takes an arcing swing at Norin. And he misses and just his tree branch just smacks that tree next to you and both just split into two. And he just throws it on the ground. Screams again. No! Horsey! And he just gives the horse mouth to mouth. Don't you die on me! Don't you die on me! And he snaps.
He's like
Its
is
neck
he a
is just
paladin?
dislocated, and then he like snaps the neck back into place.
Oh.
I thought he was a paladin.
No, he's not a
whole time.
paladin.
Huh.
Fighter.
He's a knight. A knight of
Is it
Order of the Gauntlet.
Nigget?
Nigga. Alright, yeah, he stabilized the horse. It was just about to die.
It's a landed knight.
You there, halfling! I command you, take down the hill giant. You there, snake! You too.
I look at him as like, sure. Whatever you say. I'm going to command Ka to bite the giant.
Alright, Ka sort of jumps up and bites the giant on the neck. And the poison doesn't affect the giant too much, but the bite itself does.
And Ander is gonna swing with the rapier.
That's a hit. You feel inspired by Sir Jordeth, and it guides your blade. You just stab the hill giant in the neck, and he just retorts his neck back, and gets back to his feet. Blood just pissing out of the wound.
And I'm going to, as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Spear again. I'm gonna place it in the same place as before.
Okay.
And with Ka and me together, we're gonna move through the Healing Spirit.
You there, do a healing spirit right there.
And end my turn here.
You end your turn there.
So I get the healing, right?
Quite the micromanager
Yep.
this night.
Yes, you got the healing. Sir Jordeth says.
So this is for Ka first.
Yes, heal Ka first, he says.
And this is for me.
Yes, move around there. Good.
5. That's
10.
I'm gonna. I guess I have to put Toll Undead on this guy, or try to.
He fails, and his arm becomes rotten, and he starts screaming, no more! No! Mika remember! Mika remember! Tries to say surrender in.
Interesting.
He doesn't really know the word.
I'm gonna cast bonus action Spare the Dying on Thomas, and I will move towards. Up here, and end my turn.
I'm asking, did you mean surrender? Giant.
Yes! Me give up! No more bite me! And he just holds his hands up and shield himself. You bite me! You're noodle! Danger noodle! Roderick.
Oh, so yeah. Oh yeah, it's the one next to me is not giving up though, is he?
No, he's just yelling, you idiot! You give up, they're going to eat you and get more fat!
We're not lizards.
I mean, he's got a point. It's sound logic.
That hits, and you just jam the quarterstaff straight through his gut. Ah! Welts in pain.
No quarter. Staff.
Alright, you whack him again, and you sort of hit him on the shin, and it just splints out bone. The hill giant falls down to one knee. Ah! His hand is sort of just pressed into the mud. Don't let them eat you! He yells to the other one. And Narn, that hits. You just slash the hill giant across the neck, and he just falls face first into the mud. Over.
Let's drag Thomas over to the heal spirit. Kind of just wave him around in it.
Alright, this healing spirit can still heal. What's your wisdom mod, Ander?
+2.
I can still heal 4 more times.
Okay, so I'm gonna heal the horse if I can. And move it towards Thomas.
Thomas.
And Ka. Just Ka and the knight.
Alright, roll it up. So first for the horse.
Horse is 6.
Horse gets back to its feet.
Thomas. Ka. And the knight.
Here, I'll drag Thomas over here so he's closer, okay?
Who was the last one for?
The knight.
Thank you. You! First heal the horse, then heal that down fellow. Heal your snake and then heal me. Good job.
Interesting choice. He's got all that health, and I got 1 hit point and he healed him.
I'm
Nora,
gonna help
perhaps.
pull Thomas out of the mud.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
we
what I'm saying to do is pull him up.
were pulling him up. Norin, perhaps you should speak to this dodging fool of a giant.
All right, I guess I can.
He holds out a big sack. Please take all my treasures! No, kill me!
Well,
I'm
let's
gonna
see
run
what you
into
have.
This guy.
I just drops the sack on the ground and you hear the jingle of coins, and it actually seems like it's quite heavy. You're actually thankful they didn't just drop it on you because it probably would have hurt.
All right, I'll start digging through it.
Alright, there are
Yeah.
a heap of coins. There are 700 copper pieces. 900 silver pieces.
Oh,
We've been busy.
300 gold pieces. We got from the other giant, dead ones! There's also a 6-foot long wooden fence post.
I'll set that to the side.
And
It's
that's
like,
it.
It's like a premium great club for them.
Well, if we want to take a rest, we can build.
Is
Build a
that
fence.
total on all of them, or just that one dude?
That was just in his bag.
Interesting.
I'll rummage through this guy down here.
Yeah, I'll go through this guy.
Alright, you guys search through the other hill giant's bags. And you find a few other items. The southernmost one, Lily, you rummage through his bag and you pull up a giant-sized shabby cloak made from wool. Like way too heavy for anyone to wear, or too big.
Could be like a group blanket.
Just that?
Great
The
blanket.
cloak?
And some rocks. Just a
Okay.
collection of rocks.
I
Damn.
mean,
Oh, sorry.
Fan
What
finds
was that,
a
Lily?
glowing-
I'm gonna present the gigantic cloak to this fighter.
Fuck.
Here's your share of what I found on that guy. The rocks are mine.
I don't do this for treasure. Do this for honor.
Right. But like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
These disgusting giants, I'm surprised one of them even have coins. It's quite quite obvious now. They pillaged the frost giants. And then you find in this giant's bag a rocking chair. 2 rocking chairs.
Intact?
Fully intact.
I start rocking.
Rest easy, everyone. We've avenged the frost giants.
2 rocking chairs and a fence post. We can start a little cottage.
I'm gonna poke this guy. You, have you seen any fighter giants around here?
No. Me just looking for food. Hey, you see any village near here? We can take food from.
No, I have not.
Do we know any dangerous places nearby to send him to?
Do you think we could train him to be a mount?
No, I don't think so. It'd be funny though.
I mean, he's 3 by 3, so you could fit multiple people on his shoulders.
I don't think having a.
Okay, me go now.
All right, leave. Go.
So Jordath sort of scoffs, draws his great sword. I think not. And he just coup de grace the hill giant, cuts its head off with one clean sweep.
Oh, we didn't get a chance to ask what this rock tastes like.
Disgusting creature.
Is it? Can we investigate this rock? Is there anything special about it?
Make a nature check. So Jordath. Ha! It's just quartz. Not valuable.
Not even tasty quartz.
Could be gold around here, though. It's fairly common for quartz and gold to be in the same area.
Found a mining
Downwards,
operation.
nope,
We're not
nope.
prospectors. We're here on a mission.
Well, you might not be a prospector, but I'm a dwarf, so...
Well, you are all under my command. Jumps back on the warhorse.
Oh, I don't remember.
Technically, I
ever,
was more than 30 feet away, so...
Are you saying... Whoops. Didn't mean to click that. Are you saying you oppose the Order of the Gauntlet and my command?
Nobody's
we are
saying,
not part
nobody's
of the
saying
Order of
that.
the Gauntlet, though.
Nobody's saying that. We trust your lead. Lead on.
Yes.
But,
Well, we make camp here. We can use the bodies of the hill giants to make shelters.
It's a little corpsey, don't you think?
I mean, we thought that yesterday too, though. I'm detecting a theme.
one fence with this one fence.
He might have a fetish.
On second thought, as much as we could build a small community here with these rocking chairs and this fence, we should find an area surrounded by water, or at least something that makes the ground difficult for our creatures to approach upon us.
That's a wise decision, leader.
Bad idea.
Thank you. All right,
You could just crawl inside these guys like tauntauns.
let's make for camp
Walk in the
then.
middle of the
Ew.
Everyone, let's take a short rest. Come over here.
He is a fighter. Going for short rest.
We take a short rest.
Are we sure he's not a warlock?
You guys just journey for a couple more hours until you find this sort of swampy area. There's some small streams of water surrounding you all. And you guys make a camp here. So everyone take a short rest. And this is that same night.
What just happened? Everything went dark.
Nighttime.
How do the hit dice
Oh,
work
there it
with my snake?
He has hit dice as well. He's got... I'll make a thing. Oh, yeah, he's got a thing there. He's got 4 hit die. It's a... No. Wait, does he get it increased to hit die?
I don't know.
Oh,
It doesn't say anything about hit dice.
okay, then he has two hit dice. They're D8. D8 plus 1. I've made a macro there for you, actually. And you can keep track there on his... I made a thingy. Hit dice thingy for him. As you guys sit around and talk, Sir Jorda sort of tells you about Order of the Gauntlet. You all seem somewhat familiar with the Order of Gauntlet. Are you?
In passing.
Which were wonderful, many heroic.
I think you can see what we stand for. We seek to protect others from the depredations of evildoers. I
A
myself...
worthy cause.
Yes. I'm a knight of Torm. Others, they revere Helm and Tyr. We bring the strength of our faith, our hearts, and our weapons to bear against villainy. Could certainly use some fine warriors like you. Some of you have showed extreme obedience. Some of you. Now, you must share with me any information you've gathered about the giants. I've already noted this cloud giant lair. I've been just traveling the Silver Marches trying to aid in the defense of some of the settlements, particularly around the Evermoors. Tell me, what do you know of these giants?
We met a really friendly cloud giant earlier.
Cloud giant.
Friendly cloud giant?
In the sky?
Right. He gave us a lift.
Yes, I've heard that not all cloud giants are evil.
I think his name was Zephyros. Zephyros?
He's a bit
You heard of
lonely.
him? Zephyros.
That is bizarre that in these certain circumstances, a cloud giant aided you. Do you know what reason he had for this?
He wanted to fix the ordning, he said.
Wanted to restore the order.
Ordering? What is that? What are you talking about?
It's like a giant hierarchy.
It's kind of like your order of the
Keeps the
Gauntlet,
giants
like
in
the
their
giants.
place.
I think it's part of the reason as to why there's so many giants around.
Something has upset their ordering, their order, the way they hierarchy of their culture, and it's led to them wandering around. They all seem to be searching for something. That's certainly what it seemed like at the two towns that we were present for when giants attacked.
Well, we'll see to it that they do not get what they're looking for.
Yeah, I mean we're batting 0 for 2, but we'll get better.
I need to be honest with you all.
Please do.
It was not a fire giant that I encountered that killed my squire. They're in fact frost giants, and we passed them a day ago. We ambushed them. They're in the midst of a battle in between Uthgard barbarians. Me and my squire, we came in to clean up the rest. The fool of a boy perished. I did kill one of the frost giants. Another one ran away, but not before slaying my squire. This is all I have left of him now, and he shows the broken loot to you guys. And now you must want... How did you get there, Zindra? Go away. Now you must wonder why I have taken you this deep into the Evermoors, if we are not pursuing Frost giants.
I mean, it would be nice if you told us why you've been fibbing.
I have reason to believe there is Zentarum activity. And perhaps they are forming an alliance with the giants. I've heard that fire giants have been traversing these areas. Have you encountered any fire giants along your
Several.
travels?
Yeah. And that, what was it? Tribal?
Yes,
In
in
Tribor.
Tribor.
They dug a hole.
They
Wasn't
they
pretty
were
much
intent on
destroyed
digging
the house.
something up.
Like a hole.
Didn't we meet a friendly fire giant too?
I don't think so. We met one fire giant that didn't try that hard to kill us. I guess you'd call that friend.
Huh, I could have sworn.
It's clear that their motivations lie in their own self-interests.
Well, the fire giant in the town was digging up the artifacts. Powerful artifacts.
This is worrisome. Now, I've been trying to find the fire giants. Could very well be that one or two scragglers from the attack of Tribor traveled in this area to meet with the Zentarum. In fact, I was planning to guide you all to Nesme. It's a ruin on the western peaks of the Evermoors. If there is going to be some Zentarum activity, well, it's a sort of shady place that they would like to meet. Shall I beckon you?
The Zentarums here? Or any agents?
I have my sources, but no, I have not found any Zentarum agents.
Now, we haven't fibbed to you yet, but you've given us a couple fibs so far.
Well, he's coming clean now.
I have
Oh,
not
is
lied
that-
so much as concealed the truth.
Yeah, that is generally what lying is.
Seems like the textbook definition.
Well, I order you all to accompany me as we travel to Nesme.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Works with these, isn't it?
I'm glad we all agree.
It's kind of.
Pulls out the map.
We were all wanting to go to Nesme.
Oh, great.
Wait, were we? I thought we were on our way to everyone.
Yeah.
And we have to get, we were helping out the person at Calling Horn.
I completely forget why we're here.
Okay, so we were at Calling Horns, and they were having troll incursions that
Yeah.
seemed to be coming from the Evermoors, and we had headed up here to try to solve /
Investigate.
eliminate this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the trolls were from this area and they've been pushed out because of fire giants.
That makes sense. If the giants are up here rampaging around, it pushed the trolls south.
Yeah, so we're supposed to figure out why the trolls have been pushed out of their area.
Which,
Isn't
hey,
that right?
good job, everyone. Problem solved. We killed the
Mission
giants,
success.
and now the trolls won't come back.
We can now retire.
But what about the Zentarum? In league with the giants? Can you imagine how catastrophic that could be for Faerun? We must
What is
travel to
what's-
Nesme.
And
Yeah.
Nesme will find what?
Zentarum base, I'm sure of it.
All
Please,
right.
adventurers,
Look, we gotta
I beckon you, join me.
I
look at our
I'm
path,
with you.
guys.
I'm with
If
you.
we- I would say look at our path. From Calling Horns, we were headed towards Everland, but then most of our stuff will bring us back to the west. Most of our reasoning will bring us back to the west here. So we could pass Silvery Moon, Ziverman Hall, over to Nesme. So we could still go to Nesme. But, I mean, he's kind of dragging us out of the way.
What about the horses?
I feel like if we can do some damage, if the Zentarium are in fact trying to create a allegiance with these giants, the more we can disrupt, the better. in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not that far out of the way.
Is anybody here a centaur?
Not as
No.
far as you know.
I'm a,
Now, out of curiosity, would you just blurt that out if you were?
No, you wouldn't.
Okay, just checking.
But centaurs are not necessarily evil, are they?
They're
They're
like,
more like,
Think
I
of them
took
like
my-
They are evil.
oh, they are?
They have spies and assassins riddled throughout the
wear-
North. Listen,
they wear red robes, I hear.
if we
Kingdoms have
travel
assassins.
for the next week straight, we can make it onto the Sorbin Trail. There, it's only a stone throw up to Nesme. Please, adventurers, join
he-
me.
He seems like he's being truthful or honest with us. This passion he has, it's real.
If not do it for me, do it for my squire, Mr. Loot
No.
Holder.
I'm not.
Eric's brother Luke.
I think we've got our own business to do.
Yeah, like we have.
We've
business
already
to
made
take
a
care of
deal.
and plan.
It wouldn't be right
Can
to
I-
turn
Do
back
that.
on.
Can I insight check him or no?
Like you understand obligations, and we have those.
Surely,
What's that noise?
let's break our word.
Please,
I'll try to listen.
You hear a loud snap, like a tree branch has just fallen. Roderick, you can hear something, some sort of moaning and screeching coming from the direction to the north. And then suddenly, flying towards you guys is a troll just flying through the air. And it just lands, splats prone onto the ground.
Oh no.
You guys are also just sitting around. So everyone else is prone. And I'm going to roll initiative. The warhorse is also sitting down. I'm joking. It's not. The car and the warhorse will not be prone. Alright, like the troll like flies as if it was just thrown and just splats right down on the ground. And from the sepulchral gloom to the north, you can just hear this this voice roar out in giant. It's a slightly feminine voice. Stupid troll! No food! Get the food! And this voice screeches out towards you all. And I think
So she wants the food?
I think someone's misplaced their troll.
the API just bugged out. As you look around as well, it's just complete and utter darkness. You can just see some of the gangly trees casting vicious looking shadows over you, and that thundering voice sounds quite close towards you guys to the north. Just 2 seconds for the API to reset. Okay, Than, you're up first.
I think. Does this troll look injured?
It like got a bit of an injury. It like smashed up against the rocks. You see a big chunk of its arm sort of ripped away, and then that chunk just instantly regenerates. Seals back up.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on it.
Alright, the troll, this gangly, 8-foot tall, green skinned, wart written,
I'll stand up to you.
dreadlock haired humanoid creature. You've actually encountered one before. It grabs onto its dreadlocks and starts screeching. And fails. You start to see some of its flesh just slosh off of it.
And I'll get up and move down to about here.
Roderick.
Right, that's what we're looking for. So I'm gonna cast Shillelagh, stand up, and that's 20 feet to stand up with my 35 this turn.
It's rounded down. It costs you 15.
Okay. So get there, cast Shillelagh, and do a smack.
You have advantage. That hits, sort of pierce the troll's skin a little bit with that attack.
And then another smack.
Another hit. Again, you just sort of pierce its flesh.
And another one.
Alright, you do your Dread Ambusher, and just as some of these wounds are just starting to seal up, you just whack it again and just split its flesh even more. And the troll just looks at the fire and looks frightened. Fire! Screams at the side of that fire.
I think my dark vision's turned off again.
Oh, let me
Is it?
fix it from the main page, because
Yep.
I always copy your tokens from that landing page. But I'll fix it up so you got another 30 feet. And you
Should be
look to the north,
90.
and you see the vague outline of a female fire giant running towards you.
Yep. I'll,
That's the best
tell
kind.
Our boss.
And you recognize her. It's one of the ones from Tribor. She even has her flame cannon pointed towards you guys.
Was that? Did that do like an area thing? Last
The
time?
flame cannon? No, it's a single
Yeah.
shot.
Okay. Yep.
Which direction is she coming from?
The
What
north.
do you mean last time?
Over there. I'll tell people fire giant to the north.
This is the one that you fought in Tribor. Made off with that Vonadod fragment with the other giant.
Oh, right.
She burned the town and
And
Okay, I stand up. I mount on top of car. And
that costs
She's fine.
all your movement.
yes, I'm gonna move over here. And command car to attack.
Car moves through the fire.
No, you move. She was right here.
That's the campfire.
All the squares.
Yeah.
Okay, back down.
It's only a
Sure.
D6.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
she's weak. Let's see what I can do here. Oh boy.
She can try and meander around it by making acrobatics check. If fails,
Okay,
she'll take some
I'm gonna
fire.
risk it. That's a dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Alright, she gets burnt a little bit by the campfire and takes 1 fire damage.
She dies.
Dies. She only had 1 hit point. Yeah.
Okay, so
Disintegrates.
she bit the troll. That was a roll.
Yeah. She bites onto the troll, and this troll hasn't even gotten to its feet yet. And it just starts like choking and scoffing from the poison.
And then
Oh, yeah,
there's
I forgot to order him to hit it with fire.
You there. Get your snake to bite the troll.
right done. You're grown old.
You there.
friend.
Make sure your snake here gets slightly burnt. When you...
I bet you don't know what I'm gonna do next.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna
there. Cast Hunter's Mark on the troll.
Hunter's Mark as a bonus action and swing with the rapier.
You're a good contender for the Order of the Gauntlet, my fair halfling.
Oh shit!
You have
I hit
advantage.
him well today.
Burn.
Oh, I have advantage.
It's a hit. Alright, you stab the troll really good. Straight through the neck. Almost dead. Thomas.
Well, I'll stand up. And I'll just toss a firebolt at the troll. Oh no, he's
Yeah, it would be a disadvantage.
I'll try to acid splash him then.
Alright, the troll attempts to roll out of the way of the acid splash, but a bit of it gets on the troll's flesh and just starts melting it like a candle. It screams, ah! It stops its regeneration.
Yeah, I'm gonna quicken a chromatic orb of lightning.
Are you jealous of that fireball or that lightning bolt I threw?
Yeah.
The one you were unconscious and bleeding out for?
He heard about it though.
Alright, you just hold up that diamond and it just... This diamond-shaped lightning energy just strikes the troll where it lays, kills it. Now the fire giant will be upon you guys next round, so we'll stay in initiative.
Okay. So I'd like to start blade singing. And is it, how far away is it? Is it like within range or no?
At the moment, no.
Yeah, just for safety's sake, we're gonna mirror image.
Are you standing up?
You know what? No, I'm good. I'm not standing up.
Okay.
Just crawl away.
I start crawling away.
He was to the north, right?
Yeah.
All right, crawl straight at him.
Norin.
I'm gonna stand up. I want to light the lantern that I have, so I have a little better vision here.
Okay. Hooded lantern. Quickly open it up and just get a bit of a crackling, bit of kindling, and the lantern illuminates the area around you.
And I'm gonna move 15 feet. And I'm going to ready I'm gonna ready a javelin throw for when I can when it's within the bright light, so within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
Alright, the warhorse just doesn't really get startled. Sir Jordeth just sort of looks up at it and it just casually trots on over to him. And Sir Jordeth takes a dash action. He just jumps to his feet, draws his greatsword, jumps on the horse's back. Prepare yourselves. And at the start of this round, the fire giant is just stomping forward. Stupid troll. So hungry. So hungry, it yells. And it's like rushing straight at you guys. Very, very quick. She has that flame cannon in her arms and she wears plate mail. Like just a big contraption with like an engine and a tube that just spits flame. Damn.
Well, let's just see here. I'm gonna move up probably about 10 feet see what I see. Get my measuring tape out. My little laser pointer tells me the distance. Realize I need to go another 5 feet, and then I will cast Sacred Flame.
You're 65 feet away. You got to measure from the square you're in, not the square in front of you.
Are these rocks? Are they big?
Yep, they're difficult terrain. Rocks and trees are difficult terrain.
So that I can hide behind them?
These smaller ones, they can not really give you cover, but these bigger ones, they can give you half cover.
Okay. Then I'm gonna gut over to here, and then Sacred Flame.
Okay.
If I'm 60 feet. No.
That looks like 60 feet. Yeah.
And
All right, she tries to dodge out of the way, but the fire just sort of catches onto her hand and then sort of pats that out.
all right, and then I will hide behind the rock.
Okay, but your socks are gonna get damp.
That's fine.
He doesn't wear socks.
Oh God, you're one of those.
Winky.
Uh,
Winky face.
Roderick.
Come out over here, and I will shoot a guiding bolt at it. Say, come over here, you oversized candle.
That hits it. She lifts up her arms and it just sort of catches in between this quite a large gap in between her plate mail. This golden star-shaped arrow just it hits her and flares up, and it makes the next attack on her have advantage.
Okay.
And
Get over here. And I dodge. And Kai's dodging as well because I didn't command her.
okay, double dodge. Alright, Ildmane rushes forward. Now, surprisingly, she's not actually as quick as these hill giants. Her weight just causes her boots to sink into the ground with every step, and she just like crushes a rock underfoot, though, just completely shatters it. And she brings up that flame cannon. This engine starts to churn. You see this fire start to build up within the engine, and she just unleashes at you, Roderick. And this gouts of flame just hits you for 20 fire damage.
And I will absorb some of that.
Alright, you hold up your quarterstaff and you absorb 10 points. So you take 10
Yeah, the D6
points.
is for your attack, right? That after you absorb it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do fire damage to it.
And then she just sort of screams again. Oh. Nice and tough. I like it roasted. I'm so hungry. And she just unleashes another shot of that flame cannon at you, Roderick. And this one just explodes past you. And then she actually runs up on you another 10 feet.
Sure.
So did that work for both fire attacks?
It does, but it
yeah,
only.
Oh, that's neat. I thought it was just the one.
you have resistance until start of your next turn.
I misunderstood it. That's cool.
Thomas.
Also, it missed the second one, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast a second level lightning orb at her.
All right, Thomas. Let's get some wild magic happening.
Right. Get all Tides of Chaos first.
Okay.
You already had advantage from the guiding bolt.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need the Tides of Chaos. All right, given her like 18-foot tall height, you easily can see her towering above Sword Jordak and the horse, ignoring any cover. And this lightning bolt just strikes her. Alright, and then you just vanish, Thomas.
Get a free one round.
And you sort of appear in this swirling pink and purple mist of energy. You start to find yourself falling, and you look up and you just see like this like flying like sailing ship whiz past you with like 50 green-skinned Githyanki warriors, and they're coming straight at you. Ah! They're roaring and they're about to like shoot you with ballista and yeah. Lily.
Come back here.
All right. Well, I just saw Thomas disappear, so I'm gonna, for fun, I'm gonna crawl forward to see what happened. Then I think we'll try a spell against the giant. We'll try that one.
Alright, you cast slow on Ildmane. He makes wisdom saving throw. She fails.
Uh-huh.
And she has -2 on AC dex saving throws. Can't use reactions. And you can only do one attack. Repeat the saving throw at the end of her turn. All of her movements just instantly slow down. Norin.
Nice.
Have at it, boys.
I'll run forward. And I'll drop the javelin because it's no longer needed. Draw the long sword and go for it. There's one.
That's a hit. Alright, you slash into her leg.
I'm going to put my unwavering mark upon her. I'll try that again.
And it's a miss. Even as she's slowed, she managed to use the pommel of her greatsword to block the attack. Or the flame cannon, sorry. Doesn't join a sword yet.
And that will be my turn.
Alright, Sir Jordeth on the back of his horse. He just, yeah! And he skirts around, just sort of turning the horse around. And he comes in to sort of flank the giant. And he just starts cleaving at her. But she just almost knocks him off the horse. Both attacks miss. Then
I'm gonna try to toll the dead on her.
alright, it's a wisdom save for her. And he fails. And her arm starts to rot.
And I will feel like I can move up now. I'll move up to there, and I'll end my turn.
Roderick.
As a hunter. Obligatory that when I can. And then some attack. Oh, I didn't put the...
First attack is a miss. It just bounces off her greave.
Yep. And another attempt. Wow.
Yeah, so even as she's slowed, she's just so heavily armored, it's hard to find a bit of flesh to attack.
Can't reach. Need a longer staff. Need a half staff at least.
Okay.
And
Okay. Kai's gonna move over here. Oops. What did I... Okay. And I'm gonna dismount. With the rest of my movement, get over here. Bonus action, move the hunter's mark to her. And swing twice.
that's a hit. You stab her right in her leg. The rapier just goes up to the hilt.
And I swing again.
Another hit. And another really good stab. She sort of falls down onto one knee.
And that's it. Ka is dodging because she didn't get a command.
All right. Ildmane, she just sort of gets up to her feet and she just starts like sweeping like one of her arms, and she moves here, provoking from Ander and Norin. And
Okay.
every creature in her space needs to make a
Nope.
strength saving throw. Norin, you hit. Ander, you miss. Norin, you slash her across the back of her leg. Alright, Roderick, as she moves and sweeps into this area, you're knocked to the ground prone. And the horse remains standing, and Jordeath, he has advantage because the horse is all saddled up, but he is knocked off the horse. And then she moves back. And then she brings up her greatsword. And she's going to bring it down on Jordeath. He draws her
Is that
greatsword.
Is that 2 attacks or no? Or is that just?
The first one doesn't count as an attack.
Yeah, she didn't attack, she just moved. Alright, she slings up her flame cannon, draws her almighty greatsword, and just tries to bring it down on Jordeath. And just he rolls out of the way, his armor protects him, but still he gets a grievous wound on his side. And then she has disadvantage, right?
Yeah, from the unwavering mark, but he's also prone, so
Yeah, 27. And she shakes the slow at the end of her turn as well.
Uh-oh.
Pretty hurt though. Thomas.
Alright. Pop back in, get my bearings. And think to myself,
You have to pick a new spot though, because I took your spot.
Yeah, you have to go
Okay.
into an occupied space. Just as you these Githyanki are descending upon you, Thomas, you vanish. You literally see their silver swords about to cut through you.
a nightmare. But I'll try to hit her again with another lightning. Tides of Chaos.
Alright. A vicious lightning bolt just strikes her in the side and just cleaves through her plate mail, leaving a smoldering wound that just hisses up smoke.
And then I'll quicken a Ray of Frost.
That hits her as well, and an icy spike just jams into her neck. She grabs onto the wound, and this fiery blood just starts to fill her mouth. It hisses as it drops to the ground. She's almost dead. Lily.
I think I'll go with a Toll the Dead.
She succeeds.
And proceed to flip her off.
Alright.
First, I'm going to make a bonus action attack. My special bonus action attack from the unwavering mark because she caused damage to one of my allies while marked.
Thank you that you're my ally. That's a miss.
Oh, that didn't hit. So this is my first regular attack.
That hits. Alright, you slash her across the ankle and she falls down to one knee and one of her hands just sink into the ground. She's basically like almost prone.
Second regular attack.
But she just sort of shifts her shoulder around and your longsword clings off her shoulder.
I would mark her again when I hit her, just in case.
Okay.
And Yeah, screw it. I'll go ahead and action surge. No reason not to. And I'll make 2 more attacks.
Yeah, show her what multi-attack really looks like.
That hits. Alright, Norin, you just jump up and just drive that longsword straight through her eye socket. And you quickly draw it out as her face just explodes onto the ground. Sir Jordeth thus stands up. Right, everyone! You do this, you do that. Help me back on my horse.
I wonder where her
Lauren's
boyfriend went.
Norn's not really listening to what he says. He's just. Ooh.
Say,
Seeing what the
Jordath,
fire
get
giant
back
is.
on your horse while I check the.
He just does not get back on his horse. I don't think you'll tell me what to do. Horse! You stay there. I can go on foot.
Gotta prepare commands after the long rest.
See what kind of rocks that giant has.
Alright.
Can we mount that flame cannon to his horse?
The flame cannon is... It's, the horse would barely even be able to drag it. It's like a siege weapon.
So what I'm hearing is we just need more horses.
Yeah, more horses.
Well, you have that bag. Maybe an elk or something could help.
Yeah, let's see how that goes.
Alright, this fire giant, she just has a bag, a large sack, sort of strung to her. Her great sword is obviously much too large to be used, and she wears this giant plate mail which looks like it's been forged quite expertly, but again, unless you're a 16-foot tool, the plate mail is not going to help you out. And her flame
And they're just
cannon
gonna try the plate mail. See
is
if it
quite
fits.
large. You can like
It's like a hobbit hole for you.
you can like wear her glove, her gauntlet, as a suit of plate mail. But yeah, just her bag is the only thing that has some items in it, and it has quite a few coins in it. Searching through, there is the gold, silver, and copper. Let me just check how much she's going to have. She has 130 copper pieces. She has 100 silver pieces. And she has 900 gold pieces.
Nice.
Well,
Who's doing party loot?
I got it.
Just sure.
She
It's got
also
the, bag.
has a half-empty cask of ale.
Ah,
And
have something to warm our belly at dinner time.
a 50-foot coil of hempen rope.
Could be useful.
I knew it. I knew there were fire giants in the Evermoors. Here is your proof.
She's the one that attacked Tribor. She was with another.
And yeah, she seems to be the one pushing these trolls around.
They
Yes.
escaped with
Or
some big
throwing them
glowing
around.
metal.
Well, she was screaming about food, and remember those trolls were trying to eat our horses?
True.
Looks like mission accomplished to me.
The mission
We
is
should
not
go to-
over.
She'll tell that lady that we successfully dealt with the troll problem.
But we must travel to Nesme first. If there are Zentarum in the area, and they are making allies with these fire giants, it's going to be utterly detrimental. Is this not proof? that there are fire giants in the region? In the Evermoors?
So you know what we must do, Jordith, is you must take us to Nesme.
I
Wait,
think
no,
not.
we got.
If you will abandon me, you can abandon all your hope.
What? I said you must take us to Nesme.
Oh, well then yes.
I order you.
Wait, no. Just... and then he gets on his horse. We make camp here.
It's a little corpsey, isn't it?
We can build a
Just do it.
shelter out of the breastplate.
It's a theme with this guy. I'm
Did
telling you.
you find any more furniture?
No. Just some ale.
Sleep in one of the fire giants' plate mail leg.
One of the greaves. Yeah.
A hard shell. Yeah, a hard shell. Sleeping.
If you accompany me to Nesme, I promise you I will shower you with accolades. It will be known that you have assisted me by the order of the gauntlet. And I'll do everything in my power to see to it that you arrive back to where you were traveling in due time.
Well, I mean,
We're only, what, like a day from where we left?
2 days, and he said it's going to
2
be
days?
like a week
Yeah.
to get Nesme.
Yeah, but we're gonna end up having to fight him if we say no.
Yeah, but like we can.
Now these order of the gauntlet type.
And his horse. We're gonna have to fight the horse as
Yeah.
well.
I feel like I wanted that lady's letter of recommendation. My resume is looking a little short these days.
Well, there could still be that other fire giant, so we expect the other one is around and it's not really dealt with yet, so
And that one, I think he casts spells as well, so. Not necessarily.
so we should go back and say that we've finished the job. Is that what you're saying? I understand.
Wow. I have this kind of gnawing guilt feeling like we should try to find him and see what the hell he's doing with that thing he
Yeah.
dug up.
True.
We can set up the flame cannon here and use the fire to detract any trolls in the area.
Can I make, like, a little
You
stand
take,
for
you
it?
take first. You take first watch, George.
Of course. I will take first watch.
I'll take it with him. Keep an eye on this shifty fella.
You just
Can
want
I
to
make a stand for the cannon out of the rocks?
Sure.
Like a turret thing? With my mason's tools.
You've got this cannon set up, and you guys can all take a long rest. During the night, you keep a sentry watch with the flame cannon. You guys don't come into any trouble. Give you guys access to the long rest again. And then in the next morning, when you wake up, there's another thick fog that sort of rolled over the area, and Sir Jordeth is already like awake and he's ready to head out basically.
They grumble about morning people.
Just puts the fire out. Right, we travel for Nesme. It'll be about a 1-week journey. You've already proven yourselves as able warriors.
Is
So-
the cloud giant castle still in the sky?
Yeah,
What's this thing here?
Can we wave at the
it's a
castle?
giant meatball. Ignore that.
Spicy,
Giant
it's a
meatball.
spicy meatball.
And I've been eating my rations.
Sorry, Lily, what did you ask?
I said, can we wave at the castle?
I mean, can.
No, it's not allowed. I want to take a lock of the fire giant lady's hair.
Okay, it's bright red and it almost looks like fire itself, but her whole body is sort of quite heated, but by morning it's cooled. Right then, it is decided. We make for Nesme.
I suppose.
Alright, you guys spend the next week journeying through the Evermoors.
So we definitely voted that way.
Well, kind of. Can we look for Can I look for trace of the other giant, that other fire giant on the way?
Yeah, you can make a survival check here.
Can I do that too?
Sure. It's swampy terrain. It has rained a lot, so it's not going to be difficult. Sorry, it's going to be like a little bit difficult. And Roderick, 13 is not enough. Thomas, you look for any tracks.
I'll look around.
No, I have advantage on survival checks to track them.
Do you?
As a favorite enemy. Yep.
All right. Well, in that case, no one else needs to make any checks. Roderick, you can clearly see there were 3 fire giants here.
Huh.
And it looks like they've been here for a couple of days.
Yep.
There is a clear track of a single fire giant. It's a female fire giant. You can tell because like you got a high heel boot. No, but you can just check for signs. However you do, you find that
No,
it's a
there's no third leg dragging between.
with a 27. You find that it's a female fire giant, and there is a female fire giant that traveled off to the west. Ildmane has just sort of stuck around this area, and the other fire giant is traveled due east.
Okay. I'll tell our boss this and say, sure, we want to go north. It seems like the fire giants, we could deal with them before they get to Nesme.
Hmm.
If it's the fire giants that we're after,
This is
prevent them
Antaran
from even meeting them.
that I'm tracking. Those evil charlatans. I know that they're going to jump at the opportunity for this upheaval of the giants. That is where I am destined. If you wish to gallivant off on your own, so be it. Know this. You'll be abandoning people of Faerun.
You're very dramatic. Has no one ever told you this?
I've never commanded anyone to tell me that I'm dramatic. So no.
Well,
Well, do what you want. I travel west for Nesme. Come, who's coming with me?
West for Nesme, you sound like some ranger I know.
Who's coming with me?
I'm gonna try to get the horse to follow us.
Why?
Make an animal handling check.
Going with them or not?
Yes. I'm with you.
Horse doesn't obey you. Yes.
I'm with you.
If you're with me, tell me that I have your weapons.
What?
Like, I just
To
thought,
command,
like,
you mean?
maybe you could say, like, you have my sword. Never mind, just follow me.
My battle axe is yours.
And my axe.
Thank you.
I just have to go to the east to find it.
All right, you
How
guys
old
can,
are the tracks?
you guys can, just a couple of days old. You guys can take a vote if you like, and say west, east, or back south to Calling Horns, and then see which way you guys decide to go.
oh, we're going west to hit the road.
Yeah, west to hit the road. There's the Cerberan Trail,
It just says Golden Field.
Golden Fields.
Gotta tell Trell's son he's dead.
Counted south.
So which is the vote to go with our obnoxious?
North to Golden Field.
West
Yeah.
to go to Nesme. East to follow the fire giants, or south to go back.
Well, one went east, one went west. We could track it west. We could do both at once. Track it west and see if it meets up with the road.
Thomas, who is it you need to speak to in Golden Field?
Okay, so we don't.
I'm also gonna.
Have I met him?
You note something else, Roderick.
Yep.
No.
You find that there are other goblinoid boot prints. Hobgoblins, about 20 of them as well, with this fire giant that went to the west.
Okay.
The fire giant that went
Hobgoblins are
east, he was by himself.
Hobgoblins
Right.
are no joke. So have I met this person, Thomas?
No.
Have we met him?
I
No.
haven't met him.
No.
I haven't met him either.
You haven't met him either. Okay. So communication through spells.
Where is that person?
Not an option.
Goldenfield.
Oh, I was born there.
He wants to go like... Well, you can go
Like-
north to Goldenfield, so...
Yeah. You sure you want to follow the path north?
Do we know anyone in Goldenfield that knows
Yeah.
him?
No one
I
important.
am from Goldenfield.
You have to be in Goldenfield though, but it has to be the person that cast the spell. Is it sending or whatever?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe we can take care of stuff like that.
What if he were to describe that person to you?
Do we know? No, we don't know because Thomas has never met him. But do we know anyone in the town that we've already met that will know him?
Andrew probably does if he's from.
From there. No,
No, that doesn't. So the idea is to
I think
send
Anders
a
from the
message.
area around Goldenfield.
Anders with us right now in our party.
He's from the Shire.
I'm talking about someone that's in Goldenfield that we know that I can send a message to that can relay the message to the person that you need to get the message
Oh.
to.
I can take the message north and deliver it.
Never mind.
With
As you were.
sending- Yeah.
Appreciate your problem
You
solving.
don't know you don't know anyone there, Dan. Goldenfields.
I'll remain silent.
Well, I don't know where your character's from, but you tell me. I don't think I remember you being from Goldenfields. Alright, so it looks like majority is west, I think. I don't think everyone voted, but you guys head west.
Yeah.
Actually, there is a guy that I know, Goldenfield. His name is Bilbo. You can send him a message.
Bilbo.
Didn't he head off
Run off
to the land
visiting
west?
someone.
In that
Yeah.
case, you can leave it to Frodo.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys travel for about 4 days. You barely clear 10 miles a day trudging through the Evermoors. And as you go through the Evermoors, you fight a few more trolls. You fight like a band of orcs. And you just cut through some of the hazards of the Evermoors. And at the end of the 4 days, you make your way onto the Sorbran Trail. And then you start traveling north for Nesme. You travel north one more day, and you start to close in on the village, which is just a ruin. And the Jorith will tell you a little story about Nesme as well. Take a 10-minute break first. You guys
Fan, do you want
to?
to sending our ranger? Tell her that we've.
Bring the horses.
She's still standing there.
Actually, tell her
Yeah.
to send the horses back to the stable.
She's already had to eat
Yeah.
the horse to survive.
Maybe like
She'll be even more in our debt.
when we start going west, maybe let her know that we're taking a detour.
I was willing to prepare the spell for Thomas. for the quest. I'm not going to be messenger. I have to whatchamacallit?
I mean, we paid good money for the horses at least. I mean, tell her to go take the horses back to town.
Okay, I can prepare the spell for tomorrow morning, and I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, we've
yeah.
been traveling like 4 days.
Yeah, 5
so
days.
one
You've
of the
been.
days-
This is 5 days later now, so. I presume that you send her a message and tell her to go back to Calling Horns.
Gotcha.
And do you want to say anything else in the message?
If you got space in it, you could let them know that we've maybe partly dealt with the troll problem.
I'm going to tell her someone in the party secretly is a secret admirer of hers. Can't say who.
Alright, she just sends back a blushing
Is she
emoji.
an elf?
A blushing emoji.
Was she an elf?
Yep, she's a wood elf.
Oh yeah, I definitely sent that message.
Okay. She knows it is Norin.
Shit.
Norin didn't even know that.
Yeah, he didn't know either. Now he does.
It's Ka. It's
So
Ka.
did you sending to send our horses back to the inn? Tell her that we're doing what.
Yeah.
Thanks. I super don't like abandoning that quest.
To go back to where? Sorry.
To where we set out from, to just stable the horses and let her know what we're doing, so she doesn't think we all just died.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I'll keep her apprised of all that in 25 words or less.
And then, like, after we're done with this guy, every single day, at the end of the day, you need to, like, send them ascending in the middle of the night. Like,
Prank call him.
exactly.
Any leftover spells you have, just prank call. Keep him up to date with commands like go back to sleep now.
I'm gonna send messages to Roderick at night.
That's fine.
Creepy ones.
Is there any other kind?
I guess there wouldn't be, no.
Yeah, this guy is, like, totally hijacked our entire thing.
I like this guy.
You do?
I like his confidence, yeah. I really do.
Maybe that's why I don't like him.
I love that the first thing he did was roll a natural 1 when he charged into battle. That's why I like him.
It's like supreme confidence.
Initially. And unfazed. Yeah. No, but unfazed by it. Just, you know?
Yeah.
You're rolling that 1 in front of everybody, but no big.
Yep.
Do we still have the flying cat? Is that what's happening?
No, we left it with the horses to look out for our ranger.
Our scout that we revived?
That we're not using to scout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our
that's the
scout,
one.
The one that I was sending messages to? Alright.
Yep. She's really just like a phone box for us to contact other people.
Fair enough. We should get her to travel to Goldenfield and deliver messages and find...
Yeah.
I
We
like
could
this.
do that.
I like this a lot. She owes us.
Just Patsy.
We pretty much own her at this point.
Yeah. And we just made like enough money to revive 6 more people or something.
Oh, we need the diamonds. We only have
Yeah.
enough diamonds for 1 revival.
True, but we
Right now.
could buy them if in a town probably.
Yeah, if we find...
We can be slave traders, just hire people, get them killed, make them indentured servants, and then
claim the life debt they owe to us for the rest of their existence. I like it.
exactly. Oh, we need to get a pet, whatever Jordath is, fighter. Save his life. Make him honor bound to us.
They can be our
Or
Chihuahuas.
just his horse. Make his horse honor bound to us.
Yeah, I don't know if the horse is not smart enough. Just still be obeying his command.
Fair enough. I mean, we can charm it and stuff.
I came back
Actually,
just now.
Nor-
What are you jamming and where?
Charming. We're gonna since we've already got 1 indentured servant / slave, we're gonna try to recruit some more, either Jordath or his horse, because I think it'd be funnier if it was his horse.
I like the horse a lot more than I like him.
Yeah. Let's get the horse to do what we say and bring him along with it.
Hey, so slightly longer term, we go up to this town, and then what's the plan?
Kill as many Zentarian agents as we can.
Something along those lines. Find out what
And
their
then-
dealings with the fire giants are. Or if he's just got a hunch. He's like,
Bring him back to Goldenfield.
yep, take him back to Golden Fields.
Why?
Or we can kill him. We'll kill the Zentarum, revive them.
And
So we can kill them again?
And claim their life debt.
We need much
And
more
make them
gold.
our slaves.
We need many, many diamonds.
So, nobody's in Tarm, right? Like, we're not screwing.
No. We
We
did
don't even know.
pick up a ring before, though.
The knight can be he could be the Tyrant himself. I was trying to sneak an inside check, but I was ignored earlier. So now my suspicions are even higher.
Yeah, I almost wish you would, because they'll give us an excuse to kill him. And take that pretty horse.
Well, if you want to kill him, just disobey him. He'll probably attack.
Hey, I
Yeah.
definitely
Pokemon.
voted south.
Seems wrong
We
to
actually
kill.
have we got that 500 GP diamond from the noble lady, so we have
That's
enough
true.
for 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. That's great. I haven't checked the party loot in a while. I'm gonna check it out now. You're doing a
Hadn't
great
changed a
job.
whole lot, to
You're
be
doing a
honest
great
with you.
job. I really appreciate you doing this for the party. Something no one ever said to me, by the way, last game. Just spreading the love.
That's how you know we care.
Fucking not one word.
I wish Core was around. He did a great job with party loot, and I really appreciate
Yeah, he was a good
I
guy.
probably got more accolades for making maps that we didn't use.
Yeah, dude, your maps were awesome, and it sucked when you weren't there because you missed
Chunks of what was going on.
Nah, yeah, you missed some, and then so pieces were missing, and yeah, but still, your maps were awesome because it was confusing.
Honestly,
You
I
know?
really enjoyed drawing those maps. It was fun.
Ooh, we have his Interium ring. One of us can.
How did we get that?
I don't know. We have it.
We
Wear
got
it around and
that.
wear it around in front of Jordath and see what happens.
We have fine clothing ×3, so we can go in as agents of some kind.
We got the Zentarum ring like towards the beginning from the 7 snakes.
I might have missed that part.
They were. It was after we got back to the keep there in Nightstone, and they were the ones like in the town, all the bandits. That was the 7 snakes. We got that from like their leader.
Oh, I have the spider slippers. Does you have it under unknown?
No, I think Ander did. Ander does. Or did you have them?
Oh, the spider slippers. I forgot.
Yeah, I thought Ander ended up with them.
Yeah, I forgot to put those correct place.
How's everyone doing?
Sorry, I was thinking of my other.
Good.
You be good.
Always.
Kind of don't want to be good now.
Norn, you're very rebellious.
Well, I mean,
Serve your master.
no.
At 5 days later, you guys find yourselves on the Cerberan Trail.
So, does this knight seem like he's a pretty decent guy? Like his values are all in place and his morals are in line with the gods he spoke of?
Make an insight
His
check.
actions.
You're not sure.
Yes.
Norn thinks he's a zealot. Way too much zeal.
Yeah, you think he seems to be in line You've actually heard that there are way worse Order of the Gauntlet members than this guy. And he seems to definitely be just chasing the trail of the Zentarum, and you feel like he is actually desperate for assistance, but he won't show it.
I gotcha. All right. And he was only here with his squire?
Yeah.
We should start ordering him to do things he was about to do.
That's what I was doing.
You guys
I
get
feel
onto
like-
the...
That's right.
I feel like he's doing a great job of leading us so far.
Find yourself on the Sovereign Trail, and the knight sort of comments on the trail. Ah, yes. If you follow this trail down to the south, you'll arrive at the city of Yatar. Much of the farmlands are patrolled by Yataran soldiers, but none will reach this far north. Once it reaches the hills on the other side of the Desserin Valley, the farms begin to peter out, along with the patrols. And this trail leads us to where we are now, just shying away from the Evermoors. Of course, we're far north of Mornbryn's Shield. We're about to approach Nesme. Now, Nesme, I hope you're not looking for creature comforts or a bed to rest your head. During the War of the Silver Marches, Nesme fell. Horde of orcs, aided by an ancient white dragon named Orathata, conquered the town, and what was left of it was picked clean by drow from the Underdark. Nothing more than a ruin. I'm sure the Zents would find it a likely whereabouts for a base. And late in one afternoon, as you're traveling up the trail, you see a group of 8 humans wearing black leather armor. They're blocking the trail, and they're on horseback. You guys go to meet them on the trail.
That was just what I was thinking. New horses.
Do they
We're
have
gonna
any
horses in every
insignia?
fucking city we leave behind?
You
Any
guys make a perception check, and you take a look, and they don't have any insignias. They're dressed in just leather armor. They carry maces in their hands, and you're not seeing any sort of faction symbols or anything like that. And Sir Jordeth, he just approaches them. They purposely block the trail. What is the meaning of this? Stand aside. Huh. Stand aside. Listen, mate. Piss off. Back to where you came from, or we'll murder you. Ah. Are you so
That sounds
quick
like
to throw your
provocation.
life away? And some more of these thugs, they start to sort of trot forward on their horses. Huh. That's some fancy armor there. Oh. That would certainly look good on me. Imagine that. Oh, look at me. I'm a knight. Make your deal. How about you give us your armor and your horse, and we'll let you leave with your life.
We don't have any whores.
How about you guys give us your horses and you can leave with your lives?
What was that? Hey, he says to give him our horses. You don't know who you're messing with, mate. We're the Zentarum. We've got a whole bloody army of us. Now, I don't like the way you speak with your tone. So I think we'll just take the liberty of taking everything that you own. Sir Jordath draws his sword. And you guys draw weapons.
Zatarian scum.
And they attack. And roll them into initiative. Some of them forget to face the right way. And at this point, you notice a couple of them have flying snakes that uncoil from their arms and fly up into the air. Okay, Dan, you are up first.
Do they have crossbows?
Yep, they've got crossbows and maces, and they just wear leather armor.
We're perfectly safe then if they're crossbows.
You're pretty sure they've got the same like maker's mark on them. Mate.
I wonder. I guess I'm going to. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna walk up here. I'm gonna stab at this guy. My short sword. See what happens. That's what happens.
That is a miss. Brings down the mace and parries you off.
All right. That was just testing the goods here. All right.
All right, this guy on horseback sort of trods around here, and he just draws out his heavy crossbow, and he fires at Roderick. I'll show you about our crossbows. And he has pack tact. Oh no, not pack tactics. Sorry. Oh, there we go. It's a crit. Ah! And he just sinks a crossbow bolt straight into your leg.
Wasn't expecting
Wow.
that, to be honest with you.
That is literally the best he could do.
I'll take car off. Alright, some of these guys sort of meander through this bush. Actually, maybe... Yeah, the horse will dash, sort of trots through the bush, and he comes around using pack tactics. He attacks Stan with advantage. And it hits. He put a crossbow bolt straight into your side for 10 piercing damage. And he wasn't even facing you. He then turns around.
Trick shots, I see.
Another one. He gets his horse to dash. And it moves quite quickly as he circles around you guys. And he too focuses on you, Than, using his heavy crossbow. Attacks at advantage. It's a miss. Anda.
I'm gonna move over here. Can I reach him from here?
No, he's in the square. There's
Go
still,
forward
even if
here.
you're on horseback or mount, he's still in one of those squares.
Alright. So guy's gonna move over here. And gonna command her to bite him. Does.
Wow.
Alright, she just extends forward in the air and snaps on to his neck with a crit. And he just screams, "Ah, get off me!" And he's very badly hurt. And then he turns
I'm going
around.
to cast Hunter's Mark on him. And swing with the rapier.
That's a hit.
That hits, oh, good.
Alright, the horse, it backs up on its hind legs, and then when it trots back down, you just like got your rapier waiting there, and it just impales him through the eye. And then the horse just calmly like trots off and starts drinking some water over here with him just slumped over dead, still hanging from the saddle. Alright, this guy is going to get his horse to sort of just trot over a little bit. And he's going to attack the warhorse. Kill his bloody horse first. Take its armor. And he bashes the horse a couple of times. You evil bastards, Sir Jordan says. Why the horse? Roderick.
Yep. So it's difficult to move around him, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well, actually, is the horse if it's a riding horse, the horse isn't really an enemy, is it?
I mean, why? Why do you ask that?
I was just like, because this guy hit a horse, so like, gotta get hit. No, no.
Any creature, even if it's an enemy or a friend, it's difficult terrain if you go through them. But the horse, yeah, he will like sort of skirt the horse around to block you from moving through there as well.
Okay.
He's commanding the
I'll
horse.
just step up to here and shillelagh, and then beat the crap out of this dude.
That hits.
Oops, that is not Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Alright, you whack him in the leg.
And then, oh,
Second attack is missing. Quickly just pulls that leg back. And you flick the quarterstaff around again, bash him in the face. Alright, this guy used the horse to sort of rear up on its hind legs and sort of distract you, Roderick. Ha! And he attacks you with pack tactics with advantage. And he misses with the first attack. And he whacks you with that mace for 8 bludgeoning damage. Thomas.
I pull my sleeves back to my elbows a little bit. Shout. Burn!
No regard for horses. Alright, roll on the wild magic table. I don't think you've... I think it's been too long since you rolled last, Thomas. Can't speak for the next minute.
Oh, great. That's an improvement.
Think bubble.
Jesus.
no verbal components.
Damn.
Alright, you kill 2 of these horses. And they just sink to the ground. Both thugs mounted on the back of the horses, they have to use their reactions to jump off and land on their feet. And then the thugs themselves, Zentarum thugs. 2 of them are just like, they just like Superman dive. They just like grab the horse and use the horse for cover. And like just push the horse into the fire as they jump off. And one of them, he just doesn't get that message and it just blows up in his face, leaving them all pretty scorched. Alright.
Alrighty then. And I'm gonna swing at this dude. Ah, come on.
That is a miss. That one hits. Alright, you slash him on that same leg. Ah, get off my legs, damn it!
I'll put the unwavering mark on him.
Guy's leg is all sorts of messed up.
Well, that sucked. Yeah, that's my turn.
So Jordeth just smiles. Ha ha ha. Fools, you are not just fighting us, but you are fighting the Triad. In the name of Torm, I command you all to die. On my lead. The ship. And he uses leadership. Alright, this guy just stays exactly where he is, sitting on his horse. Takes a shot at Sir Jordath. His heavy crossbow. Misses. This guy, his horse runs forward and he jumps off the horse. Ha! And he comes in at you, Roderick. With advantage. He misses. And he swings at Norin. And misses.
Laughable.
This thug just fights Sir Jordath. I'm gonna get that bloody armor! And Sir Jordath just blocks the attacks. Lily.
Alright, I'll begin with the blade song. Then, let's see. "20 feet to there, and I'm going to just attack him."
That is a crit. He sort of smiles. Oh, I think I'll keep you alive, Missy! And he just stab him straight through the neck.
Nice shot, Lily.
I guess I'll throw the other one at this guy.
And that hits. You whiz forward and stab him straight in his side.
That's it.
Damn.
What does this guy have that symbol on for?
That's the unwavering mark.
Ah, right. I guess I'm gonna toll the dead on the guy that Lily just attacked.
His eyes bulge and he starts to choke. Face goes red.
I guess you yell teamwork at dawn.
And I think that's all I can do.
Alright, this thug that sort of jumped off his burning horse, he just like quickly pulls his boots out of the stirrups and damn it. Well, you're gonna pay for that. And he runs, trudging through this bush, he runs in at you, Lily, and with pack tactics, attacks at advantage. First attack is a miss. Second attack just misses as well.
I think my Roll20 stopped updating. I didn't see any of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
me
didn't
either.
see any.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It was a 17 and 18. Yeah, I think it's like frozen a bit for me too.
Just missed, yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's like double crit. Is it working now?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. It's not lag. Alright, this guy, he runs in and runs up on you and swings down with his mace. Using pack tactics. He hits you for 7 bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna use my reaction to second chance.
Alright, he will re-roll. He sort of misses. Hey, you tricksy little halfling girl! And he swings again. And
Oh,
it's
great.
23. He hits you for 7 bludgeoning damage. And then he makes his second attack on you. And he whacks you for another 5. Got you. Gonna turn you into a nice little pie. I'm starving. And
Really? Let me introduce you to my friend. She likes pies too.
you got a snake behind you.
No, you got a snake on your face.
That guy snaps onto his face and he's just screaming. 15 damage.
And I swing with the rapier.
And that's a hit. Pierce straight through his leather armor. And it almost kills him.
Now run.
I can't see where I'm going! Car's on his face and he's just like flicking his head around left and right. Roderick. I think you're muted there, Roderick.
Yep.
That hits.
Yeah.
Hunter's
I
mark.
didn't do that. Does this... No, it doesn't. Yeah, I didn't check the thing.
Alright.
There we go.
You just jam the quarterstaff into his ribs.
And then I'll go again.
And that hits. Alright, you whack him over the face and blood just sprays down to the ground. He grabs his face and he yells out to this guy. Tell the boss! Tell the bloody boss! That guy gets ready to gallop away. Alright, meanwhile, this thug is sort of compelled to fight you, Norin. And he just snarls at you and starts swinging with his mace, using pack tactics. First one is a crit. Bashes you over the face for 8 bludgeoning damage. He swings again. And that's a miss. Thomas.
I raise my hand to cast a firebolt, and the pink bubbles come out. So I'll shoot my sling at the guy in front of Ander. Where is it? I lost my sheet.
Roll20 froze.
Did it freeze? Dan?
Yep.
He's having a hard time this evening.
Oh, you guys didn't see those crits that those guys just did on you?
I don't see them. They didn't have.
It was actually sort of messing up a little bit yesterday too. It was like sort of attack rolls weren't showing up and stuff. Did you see the attack yet, Thomas? Or it hasn't? Oh, there we go. Alright, you just put that bullet in the sling, swing it around, and just cracks the guy in the head and just knocks him clean off the horse, dead.
Nice.
Very nice.
I try to laugh, but it...
Alright.
Alright, the guy on the horse still. Swing one.
That's a hit. You slash him once with a long sword, cutting through his leather armor with ease.
Do it again.
Another hit. And you just fell him from the horse. Longsword goes straight through him.
Alright, can I attempt to mount the horse?
Make an animal handling check. It gets a little bit spooked when you grab the guy, throw him off, and yeah, the horse, it's gonna roll initiative.
It's supposed to be like the one thing I'm good at. Stupid.
It sort of gets really
hitting things
spooked and it rears up.
Hitting things and talking to animals. That's what I'm supposed to be good at.
You'll get better.
Dr. Doolittle.
Stick to javelins, bud.
Stick to javelins.
Get him, Norn.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll take opportunity attacks from the horse and this guy.
The horse doesn't opportunity attack you.
Okay.
But this guy crit you for 8 bludgeoning damage.
That pack tactic stuff is.
Shit.
And they fight dirty.
And then I'll action surge.
You
Let's
gonna
grab
throw
a
a javelin?
Yeah. Take out the horse.
I'm gonna take out the guy.
That
if I
hits.
can- If I can.
The javelin sticks into his side. And he just is like about to go into a full gallop.
Yeah, I don't really have any more. I can't grab another javelin. That kind of sucks. I'm gonna bonus action second wind. Get a little bit of health back.
Alright, so Jordath, he just heaves his greatsword in at this guy. Ah! And cuts him straight off the horse. Don't let them get away. We need the element of surprise. And then he starts to gallop after the fleeing guy. Damn riding horse is in my way! And the warhorse just boots its head in. Ah! Kills the riding horse and runs in after the other guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tramples over the
I
riding
believe he's
horse.
so indifferent to the lives of horses.
And then slashes the other guy for 12 damage. Horse. You there, riding horse, die! Thank you. Alright, this guy panics and just swings at Sir Jordath. Whacks him once. And misses with a second attack. And the horse uses disengage, because the horse is generally frightened for its life. And then the thug actually just gets the horse to move away. And Sir Jordath gonna swing at the thug. And he hits the Zentarum thug, but he's very badly injured, but he's still getting away. And he gets another 30 feet. About there. He just gallops up the road. Ha ha ha! Meanwhile, there's still a heated battle over this area, and the horses are no longer going to count as allies because they're not mounted. This guy just keeps on trying to fight you, Roderick. Regular attacks, so he hits you for 3 bludgeoning with the mace. He swings again, and it's a miss. Lily.
That guy looks like he's getting away, huh?
Yeah, he's about to go into a full gallop with the horse.
Let's see. I gotta measure my movement out. God, I don't got anything that can reach him even moving after him. I gotta leave it to you guys to take care of him. So I'm just gonna turn to this guy and say, now serving number 6.
It's a miss. Second one, it's a crit.
I'll make up for the miss.
Alright,
He didn't hear you the first time. Pretty common.
He stops to check for his ticket and then inadvertently dodges your attack. And he pulls out the ticket, and you stab straight through the ticket and stab him in the arm.
You guys gotta deal with that guy that's running.
Dan.
I'm gonna do what Norn did.
Dan's gonna get on this horse like a boss. Make an animal
That's
handling
right.
check.
That's exactly what's going on right now. Boom.
Easily. Just easily. Jump straight on it.
Run him down!
And I go full movement forward on the horse.
Alright, the horse can dash 120 feet. I'll move it up for you. You dash straight past Norin.
Damn straight. And as I'm approaching this guy, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
And then get up right up in his face. Toll the Dead.
and he just screamed, "Ah!" and he's just limp on the horse, and the horse is just sort of still galloping and trotting down the road.
Amazing.
I'll try to retrieve the horse as best I can.
Okay, you just sort of grab onto its reins with that animal handling check. You can keep it from running off.
I bring it back to Norin. That's what I do for the next 3 turns.
Okay. That horse looks like it's going to ready an attack for Norin when it gets to him.
Oh, sorry. I gotta have my turn.
The horse just readies the attack action for if it gets within 5 feet of Norin.
Looking a little lonely, friend.
This guy just grabs onto his wounds. God, hero, got a death wish. I'm gonna give you one more chance to surrender.
I accept your surrender gracefully.
Yeah, I meant you surrender. And you just jump out of the way of those incoming attacks. And up.
Okay. Going to move over here. Ka's gonna be right behind me. We're here. I'm gonna command her to attack.
That hits, and she just wraps around his neck and snaps it.
Damn it, Ka. And going to bonus action move a hunter's mark to this guy. And since I cannot reach, I'm just gonna throw the rapier at him.
Alright, make a dexterity check for a ranged weapon.
hit Lily.
Improvise ranged weapon attack.
It just says straight up dexterity check.
Yeah, no proficiency.
Do you think you'd do better hitting him with the pointy end or with the blunt end?
It just like sticks into the ground like 10 feet away from you.
Look, free rapier.
It's just raining rapiers out of the sky. I don't know what happened.
Roderick.
I'd like to try to get myself a horse again. So animal handling.
Easily
Snap.
out the horse, half your movement speed, and then the horse has got 120 if you dash with it.
Yep. I'll just go over to this guy, and I'll switch my hunter's mark to him. And probably
That you just break his neck. And they're all dead.
And then I would say, "Oh, you dropped this." And
Alright, the riding horse
a
takes
little
a dash
embarrassing.
action and runs at Norin. I'm just joking.
Well, I'm not an actual ranger. Like,
What are you?
with range
He's a
attacks.
giant killer.
I'm gonna try to do a backflip up onto this horse.
Make an acrobatics check.
Alright.
Alright, you do a perfect backflip, but then the horse just moves to get closer to the water and you just backflip on the ground. Barely. You don't do a very good landing either.
You're
Yeah,
embarrassing me in
stand
front of
your
my
feet.
friend's horse.
You search the body for the guy that was trying to run away.
The horse just snorts.
Gonna try to tame this horse.
You guys can get the horses, round them up. You don't need any ability check. You've made enough animal handling checks. Alright, you guys round up the bodies and search them. And they wear leather armor, which is mostly destroyed from fighting, but there's a couple of sets if anyone wants it. There's 8 maces. They seem to be in decent condition.
Can you put the horses to control players?
I'll sort that out if needed. At the moment, it's not really needed. And there's also 94 gold pieces in total in all of their coin pouches.
How many crossbow bolts?
There's 120 crossbow bolts in cases. Oh yeah, there's also 8 heavy crossbows.
Cha-ching.
And yeah, 120 bolts. All fresh cases of crossbow bolts, unopened.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
You guys gather up the horses, search the bodies, and Sir Jordeth just sort of strokes his warhorse on the face. Good boy. Good boy.
You say he was stroking his warhorse?
Yep, he's stroking his horse.
Do we have enough
boy.
horses for the
Red
rest of
Rocket.
us to ride?
He doesn't say that. There's enough. Yeah, for you guys to ride. Andy can be on the back.
As long as Car doesn't get a horse.
Car is a horse. Horse plus.
Call will eat a horse. A little later, if you know what I mean.
Slithery tongue.
Alright, when you guys finish sifting through the bodies, Jordeth sort of just... wait, let's not just ride. We need some sort of plan. Did you hear him? They said they have an army. It'd be foolish for us to rush Nesme.
That's what they always say, but there's never an army.
You want to
I
take
always
that
say I have an
chance?
army.
Maybe he had a boss. Just go tell the boss.
Listen,
So
Nesme. It stood on the east side of the Cerberun River, and it's somewhat of a fortification. We're not sure what we're going to find there. It had this wall festooned with ballistae and catapults. What if the Zentarum have managed to service them? We'll be ram raided and set upon by siege weapons. We will not last. There's also a bridge connecting a castle. They may have conditioned the castle on the west side of the river, but none of this is
Well,
certain,
we have
of course.
bodies, we have horses. Why not dress as them and
That
infiltrate?
is good thinking. Have you ever considered joining the Order of the Gauntlet? You are very obedient.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're a good boy. Good boy.
Sure, may have
Starts petting him as well.
I do not think
Patches you
any of
behind the ear.
any of these clothes will fit me.
That's true, but 2 of them will. If we sew it up on you.
We
You
don't
have
have
thread
time.
and needle.
We don't have time to make new outfits, but we need to improvise.
Well, I mean, I
We
can
can- We can chain you
I
up
can,
like Chewbacca.
do that kind of thing.
We also must consider our equipment and our armor.
It's no problem. I will give me some armor and I will mend it for you, Norin. I will put it together.
It's
Make
all
it
right.
happen.
I can do like Roderick does.
I
It is
can't
only once a
exactly
day, though.
can't exactly go walking in there with full plate. I guess Roderick can. Roderick, you disguise yourself with that spell. Good job.
I have it too. I can use it as my furball magic.
Nice.
So
Right, Norin and Roderick disguise themselves, look like Zentarum thugs. I'll give you a ninja icon.
That's if we're like going right now, at least.
Yeah, you're less than an hour away from the town, so I presume like you guys do it like within range.
yeah, like right
I
before.
feel like we should decide now on who's going to be our spokesperson. Someone who is good with such things.
Instead
Good
of all
with
talking to him at once.
deception and good with their words. Who of us is the best at this skill? to convince and to fool. I am not.
Well, it seems like as long as he's not having a bubble bath, Thomas might be the best. He's recovered his ability to speak.
Just getting my shitty rolls out of the way now.
I was gonna say, are you trying to persuade us to let you be the persuasion person?
Yeah. So what are we, Jordith, what are we trying to accomplish with these people when we get there? You wanting to kill them all or what?
If they are meeting with fire giants, we must learn the nature of these meetings. Find out what their intentions are. After that, if we can take them, by all means, put them to the slaughter.
Do you feel that Nesme will be overrun by Zenturium, all these guys?
I fear
Or
enough
are there
to take
common
caution.
folk as well?
No, the town is nothing more than a ruin. After the dragon attacked it, everything was destroyed. They were killed by orc axes, dragon's icy breath.
So it could be a Zenturium base essentially at this point.
Exactly. Perhaps I'll go as a prisoner. Where I don't have to worry about, blowing the disguises. Keep my greatsword close.
Norin, do you want to be in charge of our prisoner? So you can
I
be the
think
one to
I
give the
can.
commands.
He hands you some manacles, Stan. Don't look them.
You guys, I gotta bow out. I gotta go to the doctor real quick. Sorry.
You there, Thomas, go to the doctor real quick. Right, before you go, roll on the wild magic search table. No, I'm joking. Take care.
You're just stuck in the astral plane for...
All right.
Thomas has a wild
so
magic
we're gonna-
search. He gets stuck
we're
in the
gonna-
astral plane. That's a good reason why his character goes. But what about the halfling, the snake, and the woman? Just the woman. She doesn't have a name.
Joke.
The woman. Why not put on these outfits that we have from all these bodies? What are they wearing? Are they wearing anything that is
No,
seems
they-
like a uniform of some
They
kind?
don't have
Is it a
any
cloak?
markings or anything like that. It's just like leather
So
armor.
they were all just wearing mismatched armor, or was it
They
similar?
had that...
It's all similar looking leather armor, but there's no like Zentarum snake biting a coin symbol or anything like that.
Oh,
We do have that ring, though.
the two flying snakes that flew up at the beginning, are they still
They've just like flown off. They've flown towards Nesme.
well? They have a
But
suspicion
they don't-
we will
they
not
can't talk.
surprise anyone. Well,
Are the horses? Do they seem like they are wearing the same like equipment?
They just got like saddles and stirrups, and they're
Of the
all
same make?
dressed the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, these guys, they don't really... They dress similarly. Leather armor. They have the same weapons.
So us riding in as we are is it's foolish to do so, or
Well, Roderick
would
and
it work?
Norin are the spitting image of Zentarum at the moment. So
But what
Jorah
is the
looks like a
splitting image
prisoner.
of Zentarum? That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to
They
understand. What
copied-
is the splitting image of a Zentarum? What is making them look like Zentarum?
They're just dressed
Is it-
in
is
the leather armor.
The black leather armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leather armor, a mace.
Her
You know,
main look.
none. They all wore leather armor. No one wore full plate. No one has a shield. They all carry maces. None of them like have longbows, for example, or none of them are spellcasters. They just look like a bunch of hapless thugs, highwaymen.
Okay.
It's the faraway look in the eyes that you have to really get.
Oh, get your hand out of Zentarum Thug, the full thug outfit.
I guess we're there, don't I?
But what I'm saying is, like, they don't have like markings like a uniform.
So I'd kind of look like one, wouldn't I? Since I just have leather armor.
Well, you're a woman.
Didn't you get
No,
your
I'm
leather
joking.
armor from a different batch of Zentarum thugs anyway?
Probably.
Was it the ones in Nightstone? Because that was Zentarum as well.
If you're wearing like
Yeah.
leather armor and you are armed with a,
Studded leather, not just leather.
none of them wore studded leather. You'd stand out.
Maybe we should come up with a different plan. I'm
Well,
not liking this also.
This is what they look like.
Oh, they just look like thugs.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Ew.
You got a big
Yeah.
Z on them.
Can I put on a nice dress and be Norin's wife?
It's up to you guys,
Do you have a
however
nice
you
dress?
approach it.
I feel like it's foolish to go in there, and especially if we don't have someone to, get us into the front door.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit difficult.
How big is that town?
Just
Or
we're,
is it like a city?
Maybe we should scout ahead.
it's like
or
a
maybe
destroyed city, but he doesn't know like how much the Zentarum may have built it up. But he said that it
Well,
had been destroyed by a white dragon and orcs, and then picked clean by drow.
Perhaps you can summon your animal friend and send them in and look at what we're looking at.
From my bag? Because those animals don't talk.
No,
The
don't
owl,
you have
right?
an owl?
Oh shit, I have an owl. I forgot I have that.
Perhaps we can
Just spy on them.
do
with
something
that.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd have to be within 300 feet of it. But yes,
Has to be within
unless it. Well, for me to see through its eyes, I think I have to be within 300 feet. I don't
Wow.
know if they can like go over there and look without me and then come back and tell me anything.
Yeah, I
I
think it's
think
like
we
a mile for communication.
Oh, okay. So from a mile out, we could scout from the sky.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get off the main road. We should drag these bodies away.
I mean, there's already graves here, so we can just like add to them.
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't wanna
let's
dig.
clean up our mess. And
Or
let's-
you could try pull an animal from there that can eat them. Do you have any like predators in that bag? Like a tiger or something?
Let's see. I have a dire wolf.
That'll do.
that'll take the
How much
dire
can a
wolf.
dire
Ah,
wolf
just-
eat?
Not
Drag
eight
the bodies
humans.
into the bushes. By the time we're done, well, we'll be long gone from here. We need to find out the information. And the wolf just like starts dragging some bodies off, and Sword Jordeth helps. Are we going in as charlatans or not?
I feel maybe we should scout first and see how many we're up against, if there is indeed an army, instead of just walking up into something that we potentially may not be able to walk out of.
Yep.
We'll send an animal companion in to scout it.
Very well then.
All right.
Jumps back
so
on
let's
his
do that.
horse.
How far away are we now at this point from the town?
You're like a couple of miles.
Oh, okay, so we still have a little.
Not that far. Half an hour or so.
All
Less on horseback.
Let's do it.
Alright, so you guys start trotting towards the town. So Jordeth sort of says, We should steer clear of the road. What if they send a patrol down? They'll meet us immediately on the road here.
It's a great idea. Let's stay off the road. We'll
All
tread
right.
our own path.
You guys stay off the road and you just sort of skirt along, giving the road about 100-foot gap, using a lot of bush for cover, and you make your way up to the village of Nesme, and you guys see it in the distance now when you're about a mile away, and what do you guys do here? If we get
So,
any
this
closer,
is-
we could
Really?
risk being spotted. We must make our plan now. And for what you can see, the castle on the western shore is partially collapsed. The bridge seems destroyed. And yeah, it looks just like a big pile of rubble. The walls are breached in several places. There are big piles of debris, and all this is very easy to see from a mile away. You can see that the town is in shambles. But there are still walls and there are still some standing buildings. Of course, you're only just taking a quick glimpse from a mile away.
Alright, I'll pull out Not You, send them pretty high up into the air, and get them close enough to kind of look over the walls and see what's going on in the.
Alright, your owl flies around. Now, I think your familiar can keep a telepathic communication with you for an hour. Sorry, a mile away. Have a look here.
Yeah, I'm not 100%.
No,
you
if
know
it within 100
100
feet, you can communicate telepathically, and then
So he could just look and then come back and tell me?
yeah, there's something to do with a mile. I think that's his
I think you
limit
can-
of how far
you
you
can
can go away.
You can see through its eyes up to that far, but you can't actually communicate with it.
Oh, so I could just see through its eyes.
I could have sworn
Something
it
like
was a mile for talking and then 100 feet for seeing. Maybe they changed
It
it.
doesn't really put a limit. The way it's written, it says the telepathic is within 100 feet, but as an action, you can see through its eyes and hear what it hears. But it doesn't put a distance on it.
Okay, all right. So that's what it used to be, a mile, but now it's unlimited, I guess. All right, you send the owl up and you do a circle around the town. You just see exactly what was described before. Within the town's walls, they're breached in several places. There are big piles of debris where there once were shops or taverns or inns or festivals. You see skulls, bones, bits of rusted armor, broken weapons, fissures in the ground, some buildings that are just a pile of stone, some of them quite badly burnt, statues that have been defaced, and yeah, the castle itself is basically crumbled in on itself, and the bridge leading to the castle is destroyed. There is no ballistae or trebuchet or any of these siege weapons, but what you do see is about 20 Zentarum thugs with no horses. They're just sort of standing around. And make a perception check with your owl.
Sure.
I think it has advantage.
Yeah.
I'll give
I
you
don't see
the
it.
sheet there.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't see a sheet.
It's in the familiars, mounts, and NPCs. Older.
So 22.
Alright, it notices that all of the horses, there is about 22 horses. Obviously, the owl reports this back to you when the owl comes back. About 22 horses. They're actually tied up on the other side of town near the castle. And yeah, there's about 20 or so thugs. They're standing around the town. And there's like one woman who she has this long cape on that has this sort of black stained looking handprint on the back of the cape. and she's waiting at this like broken well, and she's looking to the north. And as your owl skirts around, she sees a fire giant with an army of hobgoblins about a mile away, approaching from the north.
Well, that's unpleasant. I will relay all
Sorry.
that to our group.
Sorry, the thugs were they were waiting outside while
They're like in the
Their
ruins
leader.
of the town, and they're just sort of spread out, but they're all sort of within the same vicinity. Some of them are standing in the rubble of buildings. Others are just leaning up against some intact buildings. And this woman who looks like their leader, she wears a cape with this black, looks like a black handprint basically on the back of the cape. And everyone can make a religion check when they hear about that. And she's waiting near a well, looking out to the north. And about a mile away to the north is a fire giant with an army of hobgoblins heading towards the town.
You said a mile to the north?
Yeah, they're going to be...
and so she's just standing there then. She's not really
She looks like she's waiting for the giant.
waiting for that
Yeah,
for the giant to come out.
it corroborates the story that...
Right, that they're meeting.
yeah. When you guys hear about this black handprint, you're not really... no one's really registering what it may be.
Oh, we really all failed that roll, didn't we?
A little bit.
All right, perhaps we should try to watch what happens in their meeting if they're a mile away. Certainly not a time for us to go in there with the giant and hobgoblins approaching.
That black handprint, I know what it is. It's a symbol of Bane,
Ooh,
an evil god
well, not
of
so
war.
evil.
Yes, thoroughly evil. Why do you defend Bane?
Isn't he the god of death?
Did you not know what happened with the Dead Three in Baldur's Gate all those years ago? They're a bunch of bloodthirsty cultists that if they had it their way, they would kill everyone in this world to appease their gods. And Bane himself, it is said that he walked among us once upon a time. May the gods slew him.
In the time of troubles.
Yes. So you know of Bane?
I've heard of him, yes.
Huh. That makes sense. The Zentarum pulling their ranks from the most foul people in existence. You say 20 cents, 20 hobgoblins, a fire giant, priest of Bane. Not sure if we can take them all. We must learn about what they are meeting for. And it looks like we don't have much time.
The only hope is for the owl to get close enough to hear. Is that doable?
Is that doable?
I don't see why not. But it is known that owls make excellent familiars.
That's true.
But if you feel your owl is able to be unseen, I think that
Can
would
you
be
cast-
an excellent idea.
Could you cast disguise self on my owl to make it look like a different kind of
Isn't disguise self like a self thing?
I don't know.
It is.
Okay.
Does anyone have the disguise owl spell?
For
I
a
have.
shot.
I have spiritual weapon.
Well, if the giant and his army is a mile away, that means we must move quick, or we might miss their meeting.
I could summon a different type of familiar. One that would make. Did I see any? Like,
We
what
don't
other
have
type of
time for
wildlife
that.
makes sense?
So how are we supposed to get close?
Well, just send the owl then. I mean, it will make a worthy sacrifice if it is caught.
How do you know how much time we have?
Because you literally just told me the fire giant's a mile away.
That gives us about a half an hour, and we're about a mile away. So if we approached, we would arrive at the same time as the fire giant and the hobgoblins.
And the mission is just to listen to their meeting. But if
Well, that's
Well, if you are confident in your abilities and you think you can kill these evil forces, I wouldn't
I feel
expect
like
you to
20.
go into a battle that you don't have any hopes of winning. We must find out their intentions. It's imperative.
That's our only hope. Lily,
Yeah, I'm happy sending the owl.
is there anything that we can cast on the owl?
It's a stealthy beast, is it not?
I mean, it's an owl. No, not really. What about let's see. You said that there was a lot of like rubble and broken buildings.
Yeah.
So there's probably a lot of places it could hide.
Well, that's what he's saying. It's a stealthy beast.
Let's try it. See what happens.
I'm happy trying it.
are owls common in this place?
The area looks pretty desolate in terms of wildlife. But owls are pretty stealthy. They got +3 on their stealth check, so
Let's make it happen.
All right, so that's the plan then.
Yep.
all right. I'll give you full control of the owl so you can see through what's happening. But basically, the owl is just going to like hear and then report back. But if it gets caught, then obviously you're not going to hear back from it.
Yeah. Well, I can actually just hear myself through it rather than have it talk to me.
Oh yeah, you get the sensors, right?
Yeah, sight and sound. I can
Okay.
get from it.
All right. Well, then you do hear from it. All right. You send in Heyu, and it starts to fly towards this broken, desolate, rubble-strewn town. The bulk of the Zentarum thugs are sort of northeast of this area. You can see the map, right?
Oh yes, okay, I can see that.
Okay, so Heyu sort of flutters up, and you can see a couple of thugs milling about on the road up here. The bulk of the Zentarum are over in this direction.
Okay, and let's say I need to be closer to hear what's going on, right?
Yeah. You just
Well,
these guys just look like they're
black
standing
hat.
guard on the road. This is the road up here. What's the lead through town? You see many broken buildings. Some of the buildings look like they've just someone's just dragged a massive sort of sword through them or something. Just ripped them into shreds. All of the trees have been completely stripped of their leaves. Again, there are broken weapons and armor and just scenes of a horrific battle. The people are slaughtered by an ancient white dragon and an army of orcs.
Alright, I'm shooting just to get into a good listening position.
And Heyu makes it up like a good 15 minutes before the giant will arrive.
Okay.
You can move the token, right?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Well, she's just sort of stopped near this broken tower at the moment as soon as she spots a few of the thugs. And I presume she's trying to be stealthy, so she's staying low to the ground.
Yeah, definitely stealthy. we'll head in this direction here.
Alright, she flies up and there's like a massive fissure in the ground here. You see this grisly looking statue that's been crudely carved to look like some sort of demonic entity, and there are some alleyways, and you can hear a little bit of banter coming from the east over here. At the moment, still not close enough to hear any voices.
Alright, let's see. This building looks like it might be nice to just hide inside of, so maybe I'll try to come hide inside this building.
Alright, make a stealth check as you flutter by a couple of these thugs that are standing around.
Oh, this will be short-lived.
She flies in, and a couple of thugs, they sort of look over. Hey, did you see that? And you hear him, what was that noise? You hear the little Metal Gear Solid boing! And they're coming to investigate.
Alright, I assume there's a lot of rubble?
There is, some rubble, some floorboards, and broken weapons and armor, and charred corpses or just bones all over the ground.
Alright, what about, like, this building here? A big old hole in the roof.
Yeah, again, another sundered building. There's a hole in the roof.
Yeah, I think I'll try to jump in there and hide.
Okay, make another stealth check. Alright, she quickly and silently flies up and into the roof of that building. And these
Forgot that
thugs,
there's a button.
they come, did you hear that? What was that noise? Did you hear that? Huh? I ain't hear nothing. Did you clean your ears out? Oh, I heard something feathery. Could be one of them chickens. Oh, I'm getting bloody hungry. I like chickens. What's that? And he hears Hey You.
Fuck.
Where? Up in the building. And starts to approach the building. A couple of other thugs nearby, they get alerted. Huh? In the building there. There's something there. This thug, he dashes around and he looks around. I ain't see nothing. Hey, he's like sort of perched up in the rafters in the roof.
Would it? Let's see. Then they'll open for me. But they're gonna see where I go, no matter where I go. So I think what I'll try to do is just try to find a different hidden hiding spot. Move over somewhere else in the building from where I was previously.
If you like flutter around, you could easily reveal your location.
I thought he already revealed it.
No. Well, he heard Hey You, but he doesn't like just because he made the perception check. Yeah, the other guy hasn't seen you. This guy hasn't seen you at all.
Gotcha.
But if you go fluttering around, then yeah, you're gonna make noise and get seen.
Alright, I will at least for now try to hunker down.
Alright, you can make another stealth check. Try and camouflage or hide better. You stay very, very still and very, very quiet. And does that end your turn?
Sorry, I'm not used to the button for the chicken.
Alright, this guy comes around the corner. It's in here, is it? And he starts looking around.
Fuck!
There!
Fucking guy.
It's up there! What is it? Another guy comes running. Takes a dash action. I don't see nothing. And this guy comes around the corner. Oh, there it is. It's a big chicken. Oh, come here, dinner. And he pulls out the crossbow.
Oh.
That was extremely unlucky.
That was very short-lived.
Lily just starts like foaming at the mouth. What's wrong?
I think it did not work.
Well, plan B.
What's plan B?
Plan B, he sneaks in.
Well, the original plan, we dress up as thugs. I'll act like a prisoner. And just pray to Torm that we do not get found out. You have that magical bag. Keep all our weapons readied in it, so we can retrieve them if needed.
All right.
Who's gonna be our
Well, that's
Our
not
leader.
really what we're doing, is it?
yeah, I don't feel comfortable going in where there's just a ridiculous amount of enemies.
You have
I'm
no
not-
honor. This is for the sake of Faerun. Very well then. And Sir
Why don't
Jordan
we
starts
wait until they meet,
galloping off.
and then wait until they meet. When the Zentarum are finished with their meeting and leave, we ambush them and
And
make
find out.
them talk.
Yeah.
He's gone. He just gallops off towards Nesme.
Look, guys, I sent another familiar to go spy.
All right. All right. So that's that.
So, let me
What do
get
you
this
think?
straight. We came all this way and now nothing.
Well, we came all this way to find out that there's a shitload of hobgoblins, a fire giant, agent of Zentarium, or there's 40 of agents. We've killed 8. That's what we found out. Clearly, this is not good, but we can't take on the force, the full force. We didn't know that was going to happen.
I'll make my own stealth checks, damn it, he says as he runs off. Plate
Yeah,
mail.
good luck, well-armored fella. Well, we know now that the Zentarum are trying to deal with the fire giant. We know the fire giants are looking for pieces of something in the ground. I mean, we could probably draw some conclusions just from that. Do we remember or know why the fire giants want the things they're looking?
It was a part of some sort of large construct.
All right. So, I mean, there's good odds that whatever they're meeting about's got something to do with that.
Alright, if anyone is lawful good in the party, you're no longer lawful good. You're now neutral good.
Ha! It was just extra neutral good.
All right, you guys just see the night just disappear into the rubble of the town, and you're now on the Cerberus Trail.
I mean, how far are we from the town, and how far is the Hobgoblin army from the town?
At this
In terms of
stage,
just-
it's you'd have to full gallop on horse back to like meet at the same time as the fire giants reaching the town. Fire giant reaching the town. Okay, so you guys leave him to gallop up towards Nesme. What do you guys do now?
I mean,
I'm pretty pleased with myself.
I kind of don't like sending him in alone, or him going in alone. But
You can't cure
Well,
stupid.
it was foolish what he did. I'm all for the righteous cause and all, but not foolishly. So, what would be the benefit of charging in? I don't. What would you gain from that?
I feel like I had a solid plan of ambushing them after the meeting and talking to them.
I was completely okay with that plan. I like that plan as well. Pick them off, or whatever.
It's
do
good
our
to
best.
remember we ourselves are not a damned army.
We are not. We're only 5, 6 of us. All right, so either we wait and try to do that, or are we just
well,
clearing out?
if we wait, it's going to be the same situation as if we went in now, except we might have surprise on our side if we wait. But there's still 20 plus of them, so.
Yeah, there was quite a few of them. I don't know. I'm not sure. What our mission here is to find out what's up with the trolls, or at least we have information now. At least we know that, the knight went rushing in and he probably will die, so no one will ever know what's happening here. So at least we have that. We can report. I'm sure we can find even maybe some Harper agents that can spread the word.
You feel like he was going to not just run in, try to kill them all. He's going to run in and try and hide and hear what they had to say.
He was going to go on a stealth mission.
Well, weren't we going to... I don't know if I remember right, but I thought we were headed to Everland because of the Harpers. Am I remembering my quest wrong? I thought the Harpers gave us a quest.
We've got quest in Citadel Felbar, Everlon, Silvering Moon, and Zymorvan Hall, as well as Xanthar's Keep. There's a few other quests as well. Alright, from here, where do you guys go?
I don't know. I'm at a loss.
Well, we can go down to Calling Horns, over to Olson's Sword, and up to Everland, or over to Rivermoot, over to Zevorun Hall, Silvermoon, and then down.
Now, do you guys want to put to a vote? Go next stop Rivermoot, or keep in mind going through the Evermoors is difficult terrain, so it takes twice as long. Or you could go down to Morbrun Shield, get a riverboat through Yartar and up the Desserin River.
If we were to report what we just witnessed here, who would we report to?
I think the Harpers would be a good organization to let know what's going on.
So, but you guys don't want to stealth to the Ruin City and try to get close to witness the meeting?
Yeah. I'm not equipped for stealthing missions. I will blow our cover.
If we go this northern route, we pass through 2 of the locations we were interested in. What was it, Zebra?
Well, we'll wrap it up here for today, and then you guys have a think about what path you'll take next week.
Yeah. It'll help when we have everybody here to vote. So.
Yeah. I think you guys had a good plan originally, like dressing up with Zents, as Zents. But maybe Thomas going into the astral plane changed things, I don't know.
Here we go. Urgula's quest takes us to Evermoors Hall.
Lily's just already moved on. Just does not give a shit.
Fuck the Zents.
Yeah, I
Fuck
mean,
the Cobgoblins.
So, completely up to you guys, whatever decisions you make. I mean, maybe.
Well, you said
like
no.
the
You
order
said
of
that
the
there was.
gauntlet.
Well, if you think about it, though, it's a situation where it's great going in at, none of us have very good persuasion abilities that we've seen so far, and we fought the Zentarian agents, and you said there was 40 of them in the city.
There was like 20 Zents, 20 hobgoblins. If you got caught, it would have been very, very bad.
20 Zents, and they all have pack tactics. Like, we got no chance.
I think against the Zents we would, but if you add the other group in, we'd get.
The odds were just too formidable just to go in on a just.
So we'll get my thinking on this. We want to report this to the Harpers because we already have a quest to report to the Harpers. That's the quest that's in Evermoors. And if we were to travel through Evermoors Hall, we can take care of Urgula's quest while we're at it on the way to report this in.
I think you're 100% correct.
Evermore.
And in fact, I would like.
The only thing is you don't know the nature of the meeting, but tried.
Yeah, we can ballpark it.
Well, I mean, the fire giants might be coming to wipe the Zents out.
Do you know the Harper agent that we met that gave us the pins?
Dorakara.
Yeah, so I can send a message to.
Okay, well, her quest is literally meet with the Harpers and tell them what's going on. That's her quest.
Alrighty.
All right.
Looks like you guys are heading north next session. See you guys then. Thank you guys very much.
Thanks.
Take care, guys.
Yep. See you next week.
Bye, guys.